I think we're basically ready to get into the old Dungeons and the Dragons. And so I can start by welcoming folks to our tabletop RPG stream called Monsters Ain't Real.
We're not going to riff first? We're not going to riff for a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, you kind of shit all over me for not having a VR, so I kind of don't even want to talk to you guys anymore.
That sucks. Should we? Okay, well, I guess I'll just ruin the surprise. We're getting you a VR.
Oh my goodness!
Like, why do you act like he's surprised? I'm the one who told him that.
Yeah.
It's literally already been ordered. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, and we got it for you, all of us together. As
no, that's so kind.
No.
All of you guys went in on it?
Just so we can do like scary stuff together. Yeah.
You know what? I feel like you're all equally my brother.
That's what the
fuck? I feel like I now have 4 brand new brothers.
All right, Mars canceled.
I'm gonna go bowl, my friend.
Mars canceled. Back it up. Everyone go home.
Good.
Fucking horse shit.
I fucking hate this campaign.
What?
It's all horse shit.
Ah, shit.
Kirby hasn't even been seen in so long. Why do we even play this stupid game?
You know what? There's actually some truth to that statement.
That's what
I know you're gaming, but there's actually some truth to that.
Well, I got bad news for you.
Shut your mouth.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to take that.
Oh man,
he's full of shit. That's how you take it.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I got some surprises ready for you guys.
Kirby is Saloon.
CPK.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was thinking up. So I have in my head plotted out like way up ahead, and I got like this moment that is gonna upset you guys coming up in the future, and I'm so ready to upset you guys. Nothing.
What the hell?
Hey, little spoiler.
Who hurt you?
Listen,
Who hurt you?
as a DM, it brings me joy to hurt you guys. Okay.
What was all this talk about trust the DM? What?
What was that?
Matthew Mercer would be ashamed.
No, Matthew Mercer would pretend.
No, he would fucking love you.
Exactly. He would pretend to be ashamed of me, but then he'd give that like side-eye look of like, I know what you're talking about.
He'd give you a high five behind your back.
Exactly.
Hey, Matthew Mercer, if you're listening to this campaign, fuck you.
What the fuck? You can't say that to my good friend Matthew Mercer. Okay?
He doesn't mean that.
Quick question: who is Matthew Mercer?
Oh my god.
He's
You're a fucking idiot. I know who.
He's
I was looking
McCree.
forward to it. Yes. Oh, okay.
He's McCree. It's high noon. That's my 10 out of 10 McCree impression. Anyways, so
Testicles in the toilet. I'll be back.
It's
what the fuck?
News.
Okay, now I am going to get started, okay? Because we've been fucking around for so long. We got an important session to... Okay, good. Well, thank God. Venalis is gone, so it should go way smoother now. I'll just keep talking, and his small, pitiful screams of agony will not be heard by anyone. So, okay, it's a little bit distracting. I will start by welcoming folks to our tabletop RPG stream called Monsters Ain't Real, where we use a modified D&D 5e rule set to enjoy some good old-fashioned RPG fun set in a high fantasy universe. To anyone new, this whole time I'm ready for fucking Venalis to scream or something and disrupt my whole, and he's not even doing it.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you say that you're expecting him to do it, then he's gonna do it.
I know. It's just that I've been fighting, talking through a stutter the whole time because I'm expecting it so much that I had to interrupt myself.
You know what's a beautiful thing?
What?
Server mute.
That's true.
That's got a huge dick.
Wow.
You could like there.
I mean,
you can
I
mute
don't.
him there.
I don't really like the. I don't really
you
like.
can mute him there.
We don't
You
spread
can mute
lies
that
here.
Part. That's
We don't spread lies here.
That's
Listen,
right.
I've got.
Believe me, we come from the same genetics, and he's dealing with a button mushroom.
Exactly.
Oh my
right.
God.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
To anyone new, all the old episodes are up on YouTube, but that doesn't mean you can't just hang out and enjoy the session. So the first thing we'll do is we'll get started with the recap. Last time, you guys had an unfortunate run-in with the Mist and mind tricks of Pale Knight, and it led to Moradin rescuing you guys from Ibov and describing that the Mist attempts to pull at kind of sin and evil so that you can't find your way back out, but the way it did it was kind of malicious, and some might say mean-spirited if they were targeting the DM, but that's okay. During your unconsciousness and kind of time as a thrall to Pale Knight, you managed to dredge up a few images. This inverted funnel of souls that leads to the Pale Knight floating above Nazaro. These glyphs burned into the ground that are filled with blood. And Jared Kane, now empowered by Pale Knight and wielding Black Razor. You met with Luvia and Ula back in Rena, where they explained that in order to face Jared, you would need the Rod of Four Moons, which is Saloon's weapon, the actual weapon of the god. Ula opened a portal to the Gates of the Moon, directly to the city of Argentil, where Saloon resides. You went there, and you met with Finder Wyvernspur, which is a crazy name, but that's 5e canon, so that's not on me if that's a weird name. He is a legendary bard from the Primaterial Plane, who now resides in Argentil with Saloon. And he gave you guys 2 challenges to overcome before you could enter the city proper. The first was trial by combat against Saloon's chosen werewolves, and the second was to give up something that you valued, but that was also a token of sin. Galdric gave up his desire for worldly wealth, as well as all the money that he has, and Slump gave up his ability to eat innocent people. And we were just ending on Lou and Locke giving up theirs before entering the city proper. And that's where we'll pick up after the narrative camera.
So real quick, before you jump into the narrative camera, I was good. I was being Have.
Yeah, no, you were being Have.
You're so sexy. So I just wanted to tap in real quick. So, you're like, Wyvern Spur, whatever the hell that idiot's name.
Yeah.
You're like, it's an actual character, you blame D&D lore. I didn't take his name seriously because I didn't think he was a real character because he wasn't named after somebody in chat.
That'll tell you, yeah.
If you're like, my name is Dragon Lord, or what the fuck was that one? MCMFSK. What the hell was that guy's name again?
Oh yeah, UVMXC.
UVMXC. Yeah. I can remember that shit.
Yeah,
for the most part,
exactly.
But I will never remember this guy's name, who actually has a real name.
Oh my god, that's super true. You remember all the chat names. Mm-hmm. But then I come up with somebody like, Finder Wyvernspur or Ilvixac or, the other guys with like actual canon names.
I remember Atom. I remember the bar, the inn, the Sleepy Hippo.
Yes.
I remember
my
UVMXC.
goodness.
I remember all of that shit. But if you're like, my name is Merlin Greyhound, like, what the fuck? You're an idiot. You're clearly not important. Let me know when Sleepy Hippo gets here.
Wow, I never put that together yet. All right, well, I'll throw some more chat names in there.
I'm just throwing out there that I'm a fucking idiot. Also, real quick, before we begin, you gave us 2 levels up because we're at level 16 now.
That's right.
Does that mean we get 2 additional stat points? I don't know how you're doing this because...
So basically, the way one stat point.
1 step. You got it. Okay, let's go. Let's
Awesome.
go. I'll shut the fuck up. Let's go, boss.
All right.
Let's go, boss.
Okay. It's not that energy level quite yet.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll get there. Don't worry. I love it. Just hold back for a little bit. We will get there. Don't worry.
Let's go, boss.
Okay, that's you know what? Well, actually, when you see the intro, that's kind of more the energy we're going for.
Fuck.
Oh.
Great. Oh, God. I don't like that, actually.
Okay, I didn't want to sleep tonight anyway.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
Yeah.
It's not like we've all been playing Phasmophobia all fucking week. Let's do it.
I know, right? Okay, it is time for the narrative camera. The camera opens on a man sitting on a black throne, suspended above a pit of fire. He's an older man, grizzled, and his hatred and anger fill the air like an aura. This is Jared Kane, or as he was known for a short while, Jared the Godless. He sits in his hidden bunker, under the earth on a small island in the middle of the lake Vexeldzeth. He plots and plans in absolute silence, while his 100 Malam Ghul stand guard at the entrance to his bunker. But then something comes to him. A whisper, or something more like a pull. He feels the need to get up and start walking, and he does so willingly, feeling this as the undeniable call of destiny calling him forward. He exits the bunker, and as he gets onto a boat, we see the 100 Malam Ghul walk into the lake and traverse the floor of the lake, and Jared traverses the surface. We see Jared arrive at the other shore. His Malam Ghul walking up the shore from beneath the lake's surface, their elongated thin frames barely disturbing the lake's surface as they come out. Jared begins walking east towards Above, and his Malam Ghul walk with him. Eventually, he makes it to the province, and the mist reaches out to greet him. But it's not only him. It's hundreds of thousands, no, millions of other people. All of the evil in the world, the thieves, the tyrants, the murderers, they are all here, and they are all entering Above. And the mist greets them gladly. Jared walks in, and while the others around him fall dead, he continues to walk. As he walks, he becomes heavy. His feet begin sinking into the ground ever so slowly, until each boot print presses an inch into the soil. His chest swells as whispers swirl around him. His eyes darken until they are black orbs. Then they turn umbral and seem to become voids. He smiles and simply says,
"Yes. Lady Pale Knight, I accept."
He grows taller. His muscles threaten to tear the skin asunder. And he looks up at the giant funnel of souls leading to Pale Knight. And a delicate object is plucked from the sky. It seems to be a fragment of the night sky itself. It comes down and comes to rest in his hand. The fabled sword, Black Razor. As the being that inhabits the blade becomes part of Jared himself. And now he, the general of the Pale Knight's army, Jared Black Razor, turns to stand guard over Pale Knight's ritual and says,
"Yes, my lady, there is much work to be done. You can count on me."
And then we're back.
Well, that was super fucking creepy because I feel like I the whole time we were learning about the Pale Knight and the God, what is that type of monster called again?
The Malam Ghul?
No, the whatever.
Oh, the Oberith.
The Oberith. Thank you. I always think of Oberith as having sort of indiscernible intentions. And the fact that Mr. fucking 8-ball eyes with his haunted sword is now seeming to have an open conversation. Boy, that's unsettling. That is unsettling. trying to pull that one apart. Yuck. Yuck. No thanks.
This is great.
Right? Oh my God. Okay. So where are we right now?
So you guys are basically just at the part where you're giving up your pieces of sin, and Lou and Locke, you guys are next. So Lou, you go up to this statue and place your hand on it. And what do you choose to give up?
I was thinking about it, and Lou, before she joined the story, she was a kind of fortune teller before she really had her sight. And so when she couldn't get a good read, she would just kind of lie to people. And certainly, like, throughout the story, I've lied to keep it, not keep us from getting in trouble. But now that I'm a follower of Ogma, you really shouldn't be spreading misinformation. That's really against Ogma's whole deal. So I think to keep with that, I will give up the ability to lie.
All right. And you should, well, I mean, you know what? Nope, never mind. I'm not going to play the game for you. As you touch this statue, you feel this kind of cleansing pass through you, and you know what you were giving up. So you know what has changed, and it is absolutely true. You are no longer capable of lying. And it's going to come through more than just like, I can't say false things. Like, you can't deliberately mislead people.
What?
Oh,
Dang,
shit.
okay.
So, just so you know, you can't lie by omission, nor can you deliberately, knowingly allow someone to be misled by something that you say. Like, if
Something
somebody
that I
else
say.
lies, if somebody else lies, then you don't have to, like, come through and say the truth, but you can't choose words that mislead them. Like, you can't say something that's all technically true, but misleads them to believe something else. Like, this is a God cleanse, so...
That makes sense. It does make sense.
Yeah, the lies are now gone from you. And Locke, as you place your hand on the statue, it's this weird sensation where the body that you're in right now has not existed in the world long enough for you to have claimed the taint of sin on you yet. The sins of the other inks and the other worlds are not part of this, and you can't cleanse those things from you, and you simply haven't been here long enough. So as you stand there and you start kind of going through the things that you'd like to give up, it's almost like whenever you pick something in your brain, nothing happens, because your body, as unlikely as it would seem, your body and soul are technically pure in this world, as you're only a couple weeks old as far as this universe is considered. And you after thinking of a couple things and nothing happening, you kind of get the feeling that you're kind of already good to go.
Yeah, look, Locke's good out here. Okay.
I'm perfect.
So then you guys come back to Finder Wyvern Spur, who is like, okay, did you guys do it?
Yeah, we did.
We did
All of us did it and gave up the bad, naughty things.
Okay, I'll take you in to see Saloon now.
When he talks, Slump like hears his tone and like looks around at the rest of the party, like raising his hands, like,
I don't understand. I don't understand why he's being like this. Slump does not
Point at the
understand.
There's the moon here.
I think he's great.
Silly man. Slump might have to eat his face off.
I want to say it because I know you can't.
And these giant, heavy dark metal doors part inwards and allow you entry into Argentil proper. And when you enter the city of Argentil, you see many people walking around, and they all seem somber and sad and depressed. Like they all look like they're carrying this incredible weight. They look like they have the same demeanor as Finder Wyvern Spur. They're all humanoid. Some are Aasimar with glowing skin and wings. Others are much more normal humans and elves. And there are actually quite a number of werewolves in here, walking around like normal people. You kind of get the sense that shapeshifters here are part of the norm, as they are blessed by Saloon. You see 5 smaller buildings. Well, you can't see them now, but listen, we're looking at the map. So when you look at the map, you see 5 buildings. You can't see the 5th one from your perspective. And they are 10 stories tall and cylindrical. Their roofs are domed, and on them you can see that the roofs are painted like 5 phases of the moon. And Finder kind of leads you through the city to the largest building in the middle, which is significantly larger than all the rest. As you enter the building, you see there are a number of angelic guards in here. This is not a place of commerce or of habitation. This almost feels like a vault, except that you didn't have to open a door to get in. You just walked in. Feels like an open air vault. And the only thing that's in this room is a staircase in the center of the room. It goes up maybe 20 or 30 feet, and then it just vanishes into nothing. And that is when the moon changes to... Okay. It turns into the other crescent moon, the not one that it was before, the not one that it was. It turns into the other one.
Okay.
Other one, right?
All right.
The other crescent moon.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening right
Listen,
now?
All right.
The moon's
like-
changing phases, which
Yes.
affects their mood. So we're rolling the dice to find out what the fuck we're dealing with
Exactly. Thank you. Someone's paying attention. And as that happens, Finder says, all right, well, we're ready to enter Saloon's palace now. Have you anything you'd like to do or say before we enter the goddess's
Is
chamber?
there usually anything that people do say before they enter the goddess's chambers?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people say a prayer, but they're usually, they're Saloon's devotees, and I don't believe none of you are followers of Saloon, are you?
Dear Jared Kane,
That's not who
I
I want
offer
to.
this prayer.
This is the wrong thing to do here.
No. So we usually pray to Saloon, but aren't we just about to talk to her?
Yes, and it's mostly just like a ceremonial thing. It doesn't really do much, but some of the loyal like to say something makes them feel better.
There's a big door right in front of us, right?
There's actually just a staircase that leads to absolutely nothing.
I start walking up the staircase.
I'm gonna roll both, and I'm gonna roll both an intelligence and a wisdom check, because I'm gonna say that Slump is going to issue a silent but completely genuine prayer.
Okay.
And Tech, you can choose to interpret either or both of the roles however you want.
Okay, yeah.
In the latest level up, we got one more stat point.
Yep, that's right.
It was sort of a selfish choice of mine. I put mine +1 into intelligence.
Oh.
So that now Slump's wisdom and intelligence are both 0.
Hey.
So that'll be nice and easy to remember.
There we go.
So I'll roll both, and you can determine sort of the efficacy or clarity of his prayer.
Perfect.
No!
Uh-oh.
So I think with the natural 1, Slump silently says, "Fuck Saloon, fuck this stupid place. I hate this." No,
Okay,
I don't think we need to do that. I think we can take the 14. And you said intelligence and wisdom, so we'll do intelligence first with a 14. I think you've been around enough holy people to get the gist of what a genuine prayer sounds like. Not an elaborate one, not a complicated prayer, but a very simple, genuine prayer. And nothing really changes, but
What does I tell you what it is.
Okay.
I think Slump does the whole
I pray Saloon Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray saloon my soul to keep.
And that's it. And like, so the intelligence part is because it's a nice prayer and it's genuine, but it's also Slump is not going to sleep. He's about to walk in the door. So
That's amazing.
that's his prayer.
Perfect. And Galdric, as you start to go up the stairs, Finder like kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, like, oh no, you're probably going to want me to go first.
What? Why?
Well, the staircase gets a little weird. You've never done the infinite staircase before, have you?
I am a being of light. I can handle it.
If you fall off, there's literally nothing anybody can do. So,
Oh my. Fine.
okay. I mean,
After he starts going, like, I want to like bend over and just be like, oh my god.
Is there anything we should make sure to not say or make sure to say as we get up there?
Yeah, is
well,
there anything we should not do, say, or do not say?
Yeah, either of those.
Say, do, say, or not say day?
He said doo-doo.
Day?
most of this,
What's the
Most
protocol?
of what we're doing now?
most of what you're doing right now,
Most of
probably
what we're
good to
doing now.
avoid that.
Okay, avoid that. Got it.
Got it.
Granted, the current phase of the moon, Saloon should be in a pretty good mood, so I think you're probably okay. Don't blaspheme. That would be good. Other than that, you should be pretty okay.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Now, I will request that, you follow me up the stairs. You step exactly as I do. If I skip a step, you skip a step. If I walk along the right or left-hand side, you do so as well. This is very important for reasons that will become apparent as we begin ascending the infinite staircase. So, just
Okay.
Listen to that. Okay,
Just
you got
follow
it.
me.
No need to expand. We'll just follow what you do.
Yeah. Okay.
Slump's really good at it.
As soon as
I
Slump
jump
says
off
that, he
the edge.
Yeah, Slump starts like stretching his legs side to side and like doing weird little walks around in a circle.
Yeah. Fall. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Okay. sounds good.
Okay. And you guys take your first steps along the infinite staircase. When you get past the first maybe 5 or 6 steps, you immediately realize why Finder was encouraging you to do exactly as he does. Because when you skip a step, it feels you're not skipping a step. You're doing something weird. Sometimes it feels like you're actually taking a step backwards. And every now and then when you take a step and you step to the left-hand side or something, it seems like you skipped 1,000 steps impossibly. And what's around you is no longer the building. It is this kind of shimmering, blurry, blue, infinite abyss all around you. And the staircase becomes impossibly thin sometimes. Like you don't know how your foot is still on it. And then when you go to take a step, like you just do what he does. Sure enough, your footing finds true and you're able to continue ascending. And it seems like it's taking strange twists and turns. You feel like you're just walking straight. But when you look back down, this staircase that's leading infinitely behind you into this blue abyss is going in all sorts of weird directions. And sometimes, as you're looking around you, you can see thousands of other staircases, very, very, very far away with people on them. But you can't be sure if those are other people going on other staircases or if they're just reflections of you. And eventually, you arrive in Saloon's palace proper. You don't know how long you were on that staircase, you don't really even know how far you went. But eventually you pass through a set of ivory doors into a large circular room with tree roots running through the ceiling and the walls. The floor is a dark blue tiled stone, and there are ivory white pillars that reach to the ceiling. And there's only one other person in here other than you guys and Finder, and it is Saloon. She's sitting atop a throne with seemingly living wooden roots coming down the arms, golden trim along the seats, and all of the phases of the moon extending up from behind the back of the throne. Saloon is a dusky-skinned human woman with long limbs. She has perfect and exquisite beauty. She has wide, radiant lime green eyes and long ivory-hued hair that falls to her knees. And when you come in, she simply says, hello. I wasn't really expecting company today. Finder says, so this is Galdric, Lou, Slump, and Vincent Locke.
Lou bows. Lou bows.
And I think as Lou, as you bow, Salen just ever so slightly kind of inclines her head to acknowledge your bow. And Finder says, they're here to speak with you about a great calamity. My lady, I take your leave. My friends, please enjoy your stay in the Palace of the Moon. And he leaves through the door.
Thank you.
Bye. I like that guy.
Yeah, he was nice.
Finder has been one of my trusted for millennia now. He's a very good man. Now, what has brought you to the company of the Goddess of the Moon?
Hi. I'll let Lou talk now.
First, thank you so much for seeing us. We're here because a terrible thing has happened in the prime material plane. What do we need? I don't want to bore you. Do you know what's going on already, or do you need the whole story?
Well, let me be very honest here. There's usually problems going on in the prime material plane. I look out for my followers, but I can't look out for everyone. I know there's something terrible going on now, but there's always a small group of heroes like yourself who take up the mantle to more or less solve it. And
I'm starting to blush.
Hey.
I can be honest though, I really did expect perhaps followers of me to show up rather than a patron of Bahamut, a patron of Ogma, and two who have yet to follow gods really, although I think the big one is kind of rooting for Killenvor's replacement.
He's a big doggy horse.
He is a big doggy horse. So I can tell that there are problems down there, but I'm not sure what it is. I assume it has something to do with the reduction in souls that seem to be making their way to the afterlife.
Okay, it is related to that. The reason that those souls aren't making their way is that there's an Oberith taken up camp in above, right? In above.
Yeah.
I want to raise my hand and be like, specifically, it's Pale Knight.
It's Pale Knight. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Now, this is very serious.
Quite. We went to try and find out more so that we could, do something about it. But we fell to her tricks and her mist's tricks, and became a thrall of hers for a while. And the things we saw while we were thralls.
And I'd like to explain what we saw about Jared.
Yeah.
And the whole ritual we saw,
Jared Kane. I suspected he would be a problem sooner or later. It may surprise you to know this is less bad than I was expecting.
Really? That's good news.
I had really expected Jared to be kind of the end of everything. And while him being chosen by Pale Knight is very bad, and Black Razor is a very serious threat, this is something that we can manage, and now that he no longer has his power, I think things are better in the heavens. Now, Pale Knight doing this ritual is quite bad indeed. Do you think defeating Jared is the key? Is that why you've come here?
Go ahead, Lou.
No, we do think so, yes. We're hoping for your help in any way you can, but particularly we think the Rod of the Four Moons would be a match for Black Razor.
And as you say that, she kind of holds out her right hand, which is empty. Then this kind of like shimmering sliver of moonlight kind of slides through her hand until she's holding a mace. And the mace is a long golden rod with 4 heads on it, or like 4 kind of front-facing heads on it, which are 4 phases of the moon. She says, "Ah, yes, the rod of 4 moons. This is my chosen weapon when I head into battle. And you think this will help you destroy Jared?"
Oh, if I could at this point, because this is what Slump was sort of waiting for. I think Slump would sort of like walk forward, and then he's attempting to like show prostration in front of Saloon, but he doesn't really know how because he doesn't really understand, religious customs.
Yeah.
And so I think he's sort of like bent over at the waist, and he's kind of like trying to bend over, and he's holding his hands out towards her.
Yeah.
And says,
Miss Saloon.
Yes.
Slump's name is Slump. You may have heard Slump made a prayer to you when he was outside.
I did hear that prayer. I must say I was taken a little bit by surprise. It's the first time I've heard from you, and you were right outside my front door, but I appreciate that.
Slump hasn't heard of you, but then when he did hear about you, you sounded pretty nice. And Slump thinks that nice doggies get nice things said to them too. And then you get a nice thing for being nice.
Slump, I think you're a good person.
Slump wants to be a good person, and Slump knows understands how important the rod of the 4 Moony dogs is to you. And Slump wanted to say that Slump passed the test.
And would Slump have Argus right now, the hammer?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think Slump would like in a way that was so obvious that he was not using it aggressively, he would like remove it from its like sling basically, and hold it out and also show his hands to say,
Slump made sure to use his own hands and something similar to the rod to show you that he wouldn't use it in any kind of way that would try to pervert its magic. And you said when we came in that Slump didn't seem to follow a god at all. Well, Slump also was told by Mr. River Path Finder Watcher Whisper man thinks that he said that you tried not to get involved a lot of the time in the affairs of mortals and to intercede and that you try to maintain the balance of nature. And Slump would just say that you said that Slump doesn't seem to be following a god, but if you want Slump to follow a god, then be a god worth believing in. Otherwise, there's nothing separating believing in you from believing in nothing at all. And take this opportunity to be an agent of change, not to take sides with the mortals, but to be a testament to the balance, and refuse to allow any agent from hell or Jared or anywhere else from any other realm to dominate this realm. Take an active hand in preventing the tipping of the balances that cannot be outdone or undone.
Roll plus charisma at advantage.
Lee's hand is at her mouth and she's just got big ol' eyes.
Yeah, I think Locke's jaw drops.
Galdric is
natural 20. Fucking natty 20 charisma roll on a god.
Wow.
Let me tell you, the DC was not easy because she is fucking Saloon. But a
Now she's
natty
our party
20.
member.
Gotta respect the natty 20. Slump. I have acted this way for, well, a very long time. And it's been very good. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I am one of the oldest, most powerful, and most revered gods in the heavenly pantheon. But your words strike at something that perhaps I have avoided for a long time. I see many of the other gods, Bahamut in particular, going down to the world and doing good manually. Now, I've always thought this was a sign of a weaker god, because it should be by the faith in me and by the teachings I leave that the world is made good. But I see now that sometimes, perhaps when the need is great enough, I will have to take a more active role. So, a long time ago, when Ula was very, very powerful, she requested my Rod of 4 Moons. And out of fear for her power, I agreed. This is not something I ever wanted. I did not give this to her because she was a champion or paragon. I did it out of fear for what she had become. I swore, after Ula lost her power, to never give up this Rod of 4 Moons again. But I think you've changed my heart, Slump. I think the need is great enough that perhaps for you I will lend you the Rod of 4 Moons.
If it is of any ease to your mind, Lady Saloon, then just know that, unlike perhaps the Uli dog, Slump does believe, deep in his meow meow, that the only person who should really have the Rod of 4 Moons is you. And Slump only needs it to help for a little bit, but has no desire to keep it with him. Slump doesn't think he'd be very good at keeping it. He only needs it for a little while, and then he thinks the safest person to have it ever. And Slump knows some people from these kinds of places,
And he's very obviously elbowing towards Galdric.
knows a couple of people, and very strongly thinks that of all the people he's ever met who could hold the Rod of 4 Moons, maybe out of anyone ever that Slump has ever met,
Galdric
it
is
should
both,
it should be Lady Saloon.
Galdric is both looking infuriated and trying to look innocent at the same time.
So it's just to put your mind at ease. Slump understands how that could make a feeling of betrayal or putting up a guard, but just know that Slump believes that the only right home for the rod is with the Lady Saloon, and that Slump will return it as soon as its necessity has been quenched.
Nice
Quenched.
word. Nice.
Slump, I see you have a mighty hammer there.
Yes.
Have you named this hammer?
Yeah, this is Argus. Slump has always worked with Argus, and that was why he thought he might be an okay babysitter for the Rod of the 4 Moons. Slump worked in a mine.
And I think at this point, even though he has Antaeus strung across his back,
Yeah.
he has Argus in one hand and he's miming holding a pickaxe in the other, even though he literally has one on his fucking back. He just doesn't take it up, and he's mimicking, like, hammering into the wall of a mine.
Slump worked underground and learned every nook and cranny, every flaw and perfection and imperfection, the weight, the heft, how it swings, how it feels. When you know that you've made a hit, miss. Slump knows everything about it.
Would you mind if I took a look at Argus and maybe changed it a little bit?
I'll say that as soon as she says that, and maybe this will be encouraging for her to see that Slump is not just like blinded by this chance to glory, I think he would turn incredibly pale at the idea of like giving Argus to someone else. He like turns totally pale, and he like looks down at his hand like with Argus in it, and not in any way that he's considering violence, but that he's very much like he hadn't considered that this would ever be a request ever. So you see him sort of looking at it, and then he looks back up and he kind of like audibly gulps.
Yeah, yup, you bet. Here you go.
I think like he goes up and he's very like really kind of awkwardly, slowly, but like handing it over to her, but at an incredibly slow rate.
Yeah. And so you know that this hammer, this is a serious hammer.
Yes.
This is a hefty hammer.
Yep.
So for you, it's really nothing. Really, you're a big, strong guy. You can swing this thing around. But you know, other people would have kind of a hard time with it. And her hand just comes so gracefully towards it. Not quickly, but not creeping either. Just very gracefully. And as soon as it grabs the hammer, it goes back just as gracefully, as if it's not even holding anything. Like there's no weight to it at all.
Fuck.
This is a very fine hammer. The name Argus will suit it well. Now, Slump, the Rod of Four Moons is more than just a weapon. It is a manifestation of, well, my battle acumen and my power manifest on the prime material plane. And as such, it doesn't need to be this. And she holds up her Rod of Four Moons. It can look a lot more like this. And she holds up the Rod of Four Moons in her left hand and Argus in her right hand. And the Rod of Four Moon just kind of dissipates into moonlight, which falls onto Argus. This Argus, please don't change its name, will, until the end of this, be the Rod of Four Moons. And Slump, I find you worthy to wield the Rod of Four Moons. And she hands it back to you.
You know, in the movie Hook, when the like kid is getting picked for whatever, and his mouth is open so wide, like the huge wide Parks Recreation gif, wide open mouth pog face. That's what Slump is doing wordlessly the whole time, and he's like daintily holding out those huge sausage fingers to very gently take the hammer back, and just sort of wordlessly is just staring at it, open mouth.
Yeah, and like when it touches your hand, it feels exactly like Argus. Nothing has changed about the way it feels, but it's more like, you know, when you get it back and you just kind of jerk it up and down a little bit to kind of get a feel for the weight.
I do that a lot. Yep.
Yeah. This feels like it would do a lot more than it ever has. Like you can just feel when you kind of swing this a little bit. This is Argus 2.0 kind of thing. This has the weapon, the chosen weapon. Read all the books you want about Saloon. Whenever she, for the very few times she ever did, joined battle, the Rod of Four Moons was her weapon of choice. This is the weapon of the Goddess of the Moon, and it is now your weapon. And you can tell that this thing... Like, when you think of Black Razor now, when you saw Jared wielding Black Razor, that fragment of night sky, you feel very sure that if you got a good hit, you could snap that blade in half with your hammer right now.
Fucking awesome. I think Slump would just like hold it in his hands for a minute and just sort of like stare at it, just still not saying anything for kind of an uncomfortable length of time, just not saying anything to anyone.
Yeah.
And then I think he would just sort of like look back at Saloon with a very straight face of conviction.
Yeah.
And say,
Slump will get it back to you safe and sound as soon as he's taken care of all the bad dogs.
And she does this kind of very small smile. You know when Galadriel does her little smiles?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She does this small Galadriel smile.
Gotcha. Okay.
And she says, now that is not all, Slump. Your words have moved me. I will bless all forces that take part in the fight against Pale Night. I shall give them unnatural health regeneration, and I will bolster all of our forces with heartier, sturdier bodies. Everyone that takes part in the fight against Pale Night will get plus 50 hit points during the battle, plus 50 hit points and we'll be able to roll a d12 on every turn and regenerate that much health.
Holy fucking shit.
I will also send 5,000 of my chosen werewolves to take part in the battle. I will not stand by and watch this happen. I will not wait for followers on the earth who are loyal to me to do this for me. I will send my forces down to take part in the battle. This is very serious.
I kind of lean down to Galdric and like whisper in his ear, and it's like, "You want to change teams?"
Yes. I want to step up and be like, "Hey, do you know Bahamut?"
Yes, I was actually going to bring him up next.
Is he? Are you just completely better than him in every possible way? I'm being honest, but I'm also trying to fluff her up.
Yeah. Well, for a long time I thought I was, but I realize now that Jared had somewhat of a similar effect on Bahamut and Torm and the entire Seven Heavens that Ula had on me. I think they changed out of fear. And since Jared's loss of power, they've been changing, and Pale Knight is a very, very serious foe. I don't know that she can be defeated, but if we are to have any chance, we will need the assistance of Bahamut, and if possible, Torm. I will give everything I can, the Rod of Four Moons, my blessing upon all who take part in the fight, and my chosen werewolves, but I don't think that will be enough. Galdric, I request that you travel to Mount Celestia, go to the Seven Heavens, and meet with Bahamut. You need to convince him to put in as much as I have. We need everything we can if we're going to defeat the Pale Knight.
Okay, listen, I believe in honesty. Okay, can I tell you something honestly?
Please do.
Okay, the last time I spoke to Torm, look at the rest of the party. Torm. Last time I talked to that guy, and I have spoken to him directly. The last time I spoke to him, he was A-okay with murdering an entire city of innocent men, women, and children. He and I aren't exactly on the best of terms right now. You know, God of Justice? Wiggling my hand.
Yes.
That's not what I signed up for.
I get that. Trust me, I really do. We actually stopped receiving souls from the Seven Heavens, and we stopped traveling to the Seven Heavens because I found that Torm and Bahamut and even Tyr had all become tainted with Jared's power, his fury and anger and rage, his wanton destruction had spilled over into the realm of Mount Celestia. But I think, like myself, I don't like to admit it, but I was weak when Ula was strong. I think the same happened to Bahamut and Torm. Please, Galdric, as one of the oldest gods, I am going to make a request of you.
I am like brushing off my shoulders thinking that she just called me one of the oldest gods.
I request, please, Galdric, call Bahamut. I can send you back to the prime material plane. When you get there, please call Bahamut and travel to Mount Celestia. We need the metallic dragonflight. We need them. I know you've lost, well, faith in Bahamut, and I believe that is rightly deserved and is a credit to you, Galdric. But we need to see if he's better. We need to have the metallic dragonflight. And even more so, we need to know that he's not still in Jared Kane's pocket. If we're going to fight the metallic dragonflight when we face Pale Knight, we need to know that ahead of time.
Okay, okay, hold on. Powwow.
Of course, take all the time you need.
Gather up.
Yeah, what's up? What are you thinking?
Okay, so first off, this is one of the oldest gods, right? Like she knows kind of like all that's okay. Actually, question to the DM real quick. Is this very obviously very elder ancient god?
Yep.
Is she aware of the other planes?
You get the feeling probably not. You mean like other inks, right?
Yeah.
No.
Because I want to know what it's. Okay. All right. Okay. Wait. Okay. Powwow team. Okay. So powwow team. Okay. So listen. She wants me to try to get Torm to get in on this shit. Okay. Now let me go ahead and tell you guys right now that Torm isn't shit. Okay. He's a betrayer to his own cause, and I won't trust him as far as I can throw him. And he's a really big dragon, so I probably can't throw him very far. However, I've already contacted my true god, and we already have forces coming down from there.
Oh, wow.
Should we inform her of that, or should we kind of keep that under our hat? Because I have a feeling when 10,000 buildings come raining down from the heavens, she's going to be like, what the is going on?
Ooh, that's tough.
That's a hard one.
The only reason why I'm hesitant on telling her is because she's already proven her own weakness once by falling, by showing weakness to, where the fuck, who she freaked out anybody? I don't remember. Anyways.
What do you think about, I mean, do you need to say exactly where they come from? Can you just say part of it?
Well,
this is a new god or something?
We could just say that other realms are giving supporting troops to this. We won't have to say who. You know, basically it's like hell is giving troops as well. So
oh God, do we tell her that? I kind of say that a little bit too loud.
I think we kind of have to, because the demons could see this as an opening to invade heaven.
Ooh, that's not good. We should definitely tell her
that would be bad.
Okay, so Saloon, hi. Okay,
yes.
So Slump got to say something really cool to you. You know, he was all like, I will be a warrior. All that. He got to look really cool. Apparently, I get to be. So we do have other forces that are also going to help us in this fight.
They're going to help us.
They're going to help us.
You get it?
Yes, I can literally smell Phlegethos on you.
Do you get it?
That's embarrassing.
Okay. Oh my God, I've showered so many times.
Yes. Well, the stench of the demons is pretty difficult to remove. So I was wondering if you were going to mention why you smelled like the fourth level of hell.
Well, that is because Pale Knight killed us. We're souls trapped in the hell. We're demons, now we're slaves, and we get unpaid interns. I do quotes. And and then we almost got squidged a bunch. You ever been squidged? Not fun. And then it doesn't matter. We have a lot of forces from hell, because let's face it, this is kind of a fight that unfortunately we're kind of all in this together sort of thing. Either we've worked together or end of existence. But anyways, so we also have more forces coming. I want to say like as non-cryptic as I can, so she doesn't look into it too much. I'm like, we also have other forces coming too. From other realms.
Go ahead and roll plus charisma as kind of a semi-deception check. I won't make the DC too high, just to see if you can, sneak that kind of past. So roll plus charisma. Okay. Yep. I think that's totally fine. 13 is definitely acceptable.
Okay.
So there's no hint that she picked up on some sort of hidden meaning as you say that.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So we do have a lot. Do we really need Torm?
Well,
Fuck me.
Torm is the leader of all 7 heavens. There's few who are more powerful than that, and Bahamut is a 360-foot platinum dragon with scales that supposedly can't be pierced by anything. I feel like having them would be a lot. That would be really, really helpful.
I'm just looking like depressed, like I've just been told I have, like I've been told I have to go to prom with my sister. Like that's how depressed I look right now. All right, I'll do it.
It's like you say, we get everyone we can, or it's the end of existence, right?
Yeah.
Galdric,
Yeah.
I just want you to know that this makes you a cut above. There are many who followed Torm into the bloodlust, thinking that they were justified because their god willed it. Okay? And you stood against that. You stood for what was right and true.
Yeah, I know. I just don't like the guy.
I understand.
I tell you what, though. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, I don't know why all of a sudden I'm changing accents, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You've been hanging out with the Dodo boys too much.
Oh my God. Okay, listen. I'm just gonna let you know that I'll get him, and if I don't get him, I'll get him or I'll force him. I will rip off his scales one by one if he abandons his own cause.
Wee woo, dial it back, police. This is the dial it back, police. Calling on Galdric. Dial it back. Wee woo.
Galdric, if he won't listen to you, he deserves it.
Good. I like this. Can I change sides? Can I change? Where's the? Can I get a holy symbol around here?
I would count myself lucky to have a follower as true and devout as you, Galdric. Bahamut should count himself lucky.
He should.
I think he will.
Oh, he will.
Bahamut's too good for you. That was reversed. I'm sorry. Galdric is too good for Bahamut. I'm sorry.
Real glad you're here, buddy. Real glad you're here.
This is what I get. This is what I get for not eating. This is what I get for not eating.
Roasted, you fucking idiot, Galdric.
It's like Willy Wonka. It's like, wait, switch that, reverse it.
Exactly. Yeah. Saloon says, "Thank you very much. I think that's about all I can offer from the Gate of Moons, from the Gate of the Moon. If you're ready, I can send you back to Ula, back in Rena, and you can make your plans from there. Galdric, to travel to Bahamut, all you'll need to do is one genuine prayer to him. One absolutely genuine, earnest prayer.
Can it be a threat?
It really should be something. It should be. Listen to your heart, Galdric. If your heart is a threat, give it a threat.
I am shaking my head. No, that's a bad idea.
Galdric, make it from your heart. If you mean it, if you genuinely mean it, the need is dire enough. You should be able to travel to Mount Celestia. But I'll let you decide that on your own time. If you're ready, I can send you back to the prime material plane, back to Ula's tower. Is there anything else you want?
Well, while we're here, Wise Saloon, do you have any insight into how we can... I mean, I don't think Pale Knight can be killed, is that right?
As far as I know, no, she can't.
Do you have any thoughts on how we can just turn her another way and get her to stop focusing on this kind of part of existence?
I think the first thing we can do is throw everything we have at her.
That's fair.
And then with the time we can buy with that, we can work on some sort of strategy to divert her or distract her or something. But the first thing we need to do is stop the ritual that's happening and throw everything we have at her and her armies before her plan is fulfilled.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much.
No problem, my child. Is there anything else?
Thank you for granting us your audience, lady.
Yes.
So
Yeah, lady.
I'm looking real grumpy, but like I know I have a job to do, and I'm like, he gets a really cool fucking thing, and I gotta go do it.
Yeah, and so she kind of nods her head a little bit, and extends her right hand, kind of palm open towards you, and does that little Galadriel smile again, and you guys kind of dissipate into moonbeams again. And you travel back from the astral sea to the prime material plane, and this time you pass by the divine gate, the barrier between the living and the dead who are bound for heaven. And I'm just looking for it. There it is. As you pass by the gate this time, it does not look very good. It looks like somebody has been smashing the gate with a giant battering ram for days, and it looks weakened. You start to get the feeling that whatever Pale Knight is doing, it's starting to have an effect.
Uh-oh.
And
When I did my summary, that was just a blah-de-blah-de-blah.
Yeah.
Did I tell her that the Celestial Gate was being attacked?
yeah, sure, I think so.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know that I had that in mind when I was talking, but I think you would have told her that.
Thank you.
Okay, and you guys are back in the Tower of the Healing Hand. You're in front of Luvia, the blue-skinned shard of Saloon, and Ula, who is just kind of sitting there or kneeling and kind of silently praying. And
Saloon is awesome. Thank you for sending us there. It was great.
She's pretty great. I mean, I'm literally a shard of her, so I'm a little bit biased, but I think she's the best one.
You're awesome too, Lydia.
You're awesome too.
Oh, thanks. I wasn't fishing.
Yeah. It was a little bit obvious, kind of like grossly, kind of shoving it in everyone's fucking face a little bit. You know?
Oh, well,
a little bit fucking stupid. Anyways,
now what did she say? What was the final word on things? Is she gonna help? Did you get the Rod of Four Moons?
Yeah. Can we trust this guy?
The long pause is really, really disturbing to me. I really thought somebody was going to speak up more quickly and say yes.
Can we do... I think we're all looking at her kind of side-eyed, suspicious of her. Can we do, like, an insight check just to see if she's, not corrupted?
Yep, you can absolutely roll plus wisdom.
With our new cheats? Oh, no!
You have absolutely no idea. She's part of a god, and you just can't tell if she's trustworthy or not.
I just gestured to Slump and Galdric.
Yeah, we got it. It's right here.
That's the hammer that Slump went in with.
Yep, just a joke. All right, see you later.
Okay. Are we doing this? Are we doing the army thing? Are we doing the war?
You should talk to your supervisor.
Just really talk to your supervisor.
Okay, okay. I don't know why you guys are being so weird this time.
We're not really being weird.
It's been a long time since
Weirder
we've.
than we're
It's been a
being
long
weird,
time since
so
we've
we're
seen
not
you. We
really
don't
being
know what's
weird.
happened.
It's
so.
a-
Don't really know what you're thinking.
Yeah,
Don't really know how you're operating.
It's a leftover effect from the phases of the moon and the other side, so we're still kind of dealing
that's
with that.
fair. That's fair. The moons are very, very persuasive up there, so I get that.
But Saloon will help us. She's been.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she was wonderful.
Yes, she is. Oh, well, I'm so glad that she'll help. Are we striking now? Are we moving ahead? What's the plan?
I have to go talk to Torm first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that a good idea?
Nope.
Yeah, no, I
But
didn't think so.
Yeah, but Saloon thinks it's a good idea, so we're gonna do it.
Okay. You can use this chamber if you'd like. It's kind of free
good
for
for
you to use if
praying.
you'd like. Yeah, no, it's close to the sky.
Okay, yeah, great. I'll just go ahead and get rid. God damn, I really don't want to do this fucking shit. All right, guys, I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Because I don't
Good
know if I
luck,
can.
Galdric.
I don't know if I can transport them with me. Like, I don't know if that's a fucking thing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
Seems like a solo.
Kind of a lore question.
Yeah.
Is this tower like the tallest structure on this continent?
I guess it would be. Yes, it would. Yep.
Okay.
It is like, yeah, freakishly tall. Unnecessarily tall.
Does it get hit by lightning a lot?
Not when Ula was super god powered, but now,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
probably.
All right, so I'm gonna. Oh my god, dogs, get! I'm just gonna sit down, Avatar: The Last Airbender style, and start meditating. And
Yeah.
I'm just right on the ground. That's so fucking stupid. I don't want to do this shit.
Be true to yourself, Galdric. You've got
Hey.
this.
Hey, Torm! Pick up! Bitch!
From the heart.
Oopsie.
I mean, it is from the heart.
It's totally honest.
Oopsies.
Nothing kind of comes through.
Torm, you have done nothing but disappoint me at every possible chance we have ever spoken. If there's any part of you that is true to your original mission, answer me now. Bitch.
As you make this prayer to Torm, who's one level up from Bahamut,
Oh, he bypassed the floor lead and went straight for the manager. Got it.
as you care in this prayer, you feel nothing on the other end, but like there's no one hearing you that you would expect to hear. It's like the prayer is just kind of falling on empty ears. But the feeling that you put into the prayer, like that kind of genuine, please don't let the gods of justice and good be ruined. As that kind of feeling hits home, you and all the party members feel this sensation. It's not a pleasant one. It's kind of like, you know, when you see Harry Potter do the apparating and how it's kind of like,
Oh yeah, ew.
Yeah.
Yep, hate that.
yeah, it kind of feels like that. It's not a slick, smooth kind of experience. You're all kind of yanked. And when you are yanked, you find yourselves...
Yank me, Daddy. Go ahead.
God. You find yourselves in kind of a paradox It is at the base of a mountain, but it is also on mountains. It is the bottom of what appears to be this kind of 7-layered mountain, but all around you is an infinite abyss of mountains. It's this very, very strange place. And Galdric, you probably know about this place, although I don't know if you've ever seen it. This is Mount Celestia. This is the very bottom of the 7 heavens. This is Lunia, the first of the 7 heavens. The 7 heavens are interpreted as 7 mountains or 7 infinite ranges of mountains that scale up an infinite mountain. And only by traversing the singular path that leads through each set of mountains can you arrive at the next level. So you can't take a left and walk towards the mountain and ever approach it. You need to take the road to climb the mountain. And in Lunia, you notice that this is... I can actually probably just do the whole level for you guys. I'll just reveal all of Lunia for you guys so that you see what we're working with, because it's kind of an abstraction of Lunia. I told Bacon Dono, our map maker, to make me an infinite mountain made of 7 other infinite mountains. And Bacon's like, I don't even understand how to do that. And I was like, okay, fine. Draw an abstraction. So
that's a good idea. Good one, Bacon. It looks good.
What we have is, this is an abstraction of the first level of the 7 heavens. This is Lunia. This is also known as the Silver Heaven, as the sky is a night sky filled with so many stars that illuminate everything in a silver glow. There are 3 large color portals known as color pools that feed from the astral plane to the large silver sea that breaks on the shore at the base of this mountain. This water, this ocean down here, is pure holy water, and it is silver. It is full of sea elves and celestial whales. As you guys look through the valleys and peaks of this massive mountain range, you see grand citadels made from polished white stone that appear to be the homes of many of the denizens of this plane. And before I describe kind of any further, what would you guys like to do as you stand at the entrance on a bridge crossing the Silver Sea into Lunia, the first of the 7 heavens?
I'll roll my eyes at how gaudy it is.
Do we know anything about what the astral sea is or does or anything like that?
So the Silver Sea here is just, it's basically just all holy water. It's just a big giant ocean of holy water. The astral sea is basically all soul goop. It's where all the souls go afterwards.
Gotcha. Okay. I think, because I'm genuinely curious to see what would happen. I think Slump would dip his hammer in the water as he got to the other side of the bridge.
Interesting. I think kind of nothing. I think nothing happens. Okay. Because what you have is like a most holy weapon. And while it's not of a god that resides in Mount Celestia, it is still a very purified, holy weapon of good that I think would have kind of no reaction to holy water.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he dips his hammer in the water and he pulls it out, I want to like ever so slightly touch his hammer, and I want to cast light.
Perfect.
And I want to like start glowing. I'll be like, oh my god!
Yeah, it is glowing like the Holy Avenger now.
I think Slump is like staring at it with the widest eyes and broadest smile, and now he's sort of like running around on the beach a little bit, holding it out in front of him like a flashlight, but like never getting too far away from the party, but just sort of holding it around.
Oh man, this is, I just see this is so cool. Oh, look, Lights up like, oh my, it's crazy. Look at this thing, it's so cool.
It's the little things.
Yeah, it really is.
Come on, Slump this way. Come on. And we're going to keep walking along the path.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys travel this path, it takes a long time. Like, these are mountain ranges. Here it looks like you're just walking along a path, but this path travels up and down and around multiple mountains. It takes days, but you never feel tired and you never need to rest, and your pace never slows. As long as your will is to keep going, you never slow and you never tire. And after who knows how long in here, you find yourselves next to a massive angular building with an obsidian stone front. And Galdric, I don't know how you feel when you realize this, but you realize it pretty quickly. This is the court. This is where Tyr, the god of law, creates the laws that govern the good faiths.
Oh, I got an erection. What the fuck? This is my purpose. I want to like, I just immediately assume that Tyr's inside.
Yeah.
And I like run up and I'm like, Tyr! Huge fan!
As you kind of knock on the door, it does start to swing open a little bit.
And I go in. I gotta go in. Oh, I gotta go in. Oh, I don't even consult with the party. I just go.
Oh, well, together. Follow him in.
Yeah,
It's the little things.
Yeah, you enter, and absolutely, you see a giant court with all sorts of archons and Aasimar and very, very powerful, high-ranking angels and demigods here. And up at the front, you do absolutely see Tyr, who is currently writing laws. Tyr appears as this bearded, burly man with a very noble air about him. He has a bloody bandage over his eyes, and his right hand is missing, and he's wearing a set of polished chainmail. He also straight up has a halo around his brow so that you know this is the real deal. And he's busy working on writing laws.
Oh man, oh geez, what do I say? I'm so scared. Oh man, such a fanboy. Okay.
Hey, what happened to your eyes?
Oh my god!
What? It's a good question. Slump's curious. What the fuck happened to your eyes?
Who is this?
Minus the fuck. Hello. Slump's name is Slump. Slump is here.
Who are these that enter my hall?
Sorry about.
Did you come into my courtroom eating food?
Oh, God. Teeny tot.
No.
Slump is like trying to pull it out of his mouth like he's Baby Yoda.
No, it's good. Wait. You talk first and food later, okay?
Okay.
Right.
Hello, sir. My
Yes.
name is Galdric. I'm sure you've heard of me.
I actually have.
I know. I've come here on a what?
I've heard of Galdric.
Is this everything you've heard about me isn't true or is true kind of thing going on right now?
Bahamut was so happy when you showed up on day one.
Oh.
And he was so disappointed in you very shortly after.
Boy.
Okay, why?
You seemed to lack the motivation to carry out the tasks that were required of you.
Galdric immediately like having his pride wounded, and his pride is obviously revolved around truth and justice, you know, sticking up to the way. Immediately it's just like, fuck Bahamut. He lost his way, and I'm here to correct it.
Slump just
sort of add to the spiritual pandemonium right now. Slump's like,
but Slump met Saloon, and she's a really nice doggy. Now Slump is a big believer in Saloon. Just thought you should know. Look what she gave Slump.
And he holds up this completely unremarkable looking hammer.
Look, it came from Saloon.
I want to raise one hand and point directly at Tyr, as if I'm pointing not at him, but as if I'm pointing at his conviction.
Yeah, exactly.
If that makes sense. Are you aware of what I failed to do?
I am.
You are aware that I failed to kill an entire village, an entire city of innocent men, women, and children?
And for that, I find merit in you, Galdric. However, being a follower of Bahamut, I have to question your choices. However, as you stayed true to the morals that were laid down at the beginning, that you knew to be right, I find you with credence, Galdric Stout. And while you may not be a follower of Tyr in oath, I find a following of Tyr in your heart. Why have you come to Mount Celestia, Galdric?
Because Pale Night is upon us, and we need to rally everything we can against her. Unfortunately, that includes Bahamut.
Bahamut has changed. I feel he may be amenable to your request, but what is this of Pale Night? The Oberith?
Yeah.
Why have I not heard of this until now?
I want to point up, like, towards the ceiling, as if I'm referencing Bahamut.
Yeah. Galdric, do you have a plan?
Set Bahamut on the right path, as well as Torminim, or rip their wings off myself.
And your friends, are they worthy to traverse the holy path of Mount Celestia?
I want to immediately look at Slump and be like,
we mean well.
They have
Your
been
name?
with me since the beginning. Your name.
Oh,
Your name.
me?
Your name.
Me?
Dude, are you the lady?
Oh, sorry.
Me? Hi, Slump.
Slump, I know you've already introduced
Hi,
yourself.
Slump. It's Slump.
Slump's name
Hello.
is Slump.
Hello.
I'm Lou. It's an honor to meet you.
And Lou, you say you are worthy to traverse the holy path of Mount Celestia?
Our goals are true. Like, we want to help. And that is why we come to you for help.
I should warn you, as you ascend Mount Celestia, your sins will be burned away. The higher you ascend, the more you shall be purified. If you harbor evil in your heart, it will be burned from you. And if you harbor too much evil and ascend to the top of the mountain, it is worth it for you to know that Cronius, the 7th level, will obliterate you. I warn you for your own good, if you carry evil up this mountain, you will not make it.
I want to look at the rest of the party and I want to, like, pop out my eyes. Do you think I'm missed because it looks cool?
Very
What?
well. You have my blessing to ascend past Lunia. You may traverse the holy path to Mercuria. Mercuria is where Bahamut resides in his jeweled palace. I suggest you speak with him.
Anytime material just gets brought up, I roll my eyes. I'm like, oh, material possession.
That's right.
You may be impressed to see what has happened since you last talked to Bahamut. Torm, I don't know where Torm is. He usually resides in the Jeweled Palace with Bahamut, but he's not been there recently. You should talk to Bahamut to see where Torm has gone. With that, you have my blessing.
Will you aid in this fight as well?
My aid is primarily in the laying down of the laws that govern the faiths. Should Torm see fit to call to arms the seven heavens, I will join.
Very well. In any case, it was a pleasure meeting you. You're like one of my favorites. Like, seriously, everyone else around here is just like, oh, I want to change my mind every second. But no, you're about truth. You're about justice. I like you, man.
What happened to your hand?
Oh my God!
Where is it? It's gone. You don't only have one hand. Why?
Smooth.
Why do you only have one hand? Where'd the other one go?
Thank you, Chair. Appreciate it. Like pushing him out.
As Galdric is like pulling on his pants and like Slump is being dragged. Wait,
You're missing one. What happened to the other one? Where is it? Slump wants to know. It's bothering him.
I want to cast light.
Where did
on
it go? Where the fuck is your other hand?
I want to cast light on the hammer and be like, oh, look, it's glowing again.
Oh. Whoa, look at, whoa! Just look at this crazy lights up like a...
There he goes.
We should catch up with him.
Look at that! It's
Oh,
crazy.
here he comes.
Oh, he's just
I
doing a
wanna-
loop
I
around
want
the
to look
building.
back at Tyr and be like, one last time before we leave, I want to be like, they're worthy.
His eyes are bandaged over, like he has no eyeballs, right? It's just a big bloody bandage over his eyes, but one eyebrow raises just a little bit.
Oh, and by the way, I don't know if there's anything you can do about it, but the Divine Gate's getting busted open. Okay, just figured.
Yeah, that's
See you later.
important. Nice, thank you. Yeah.
He just kind of nods in like acknowledgement of that information.
And you might want to reinforce it.
What do we know, though? See you later.
Hi, thank you.
Were there any? You remember in the court in hell, there were all the servants and stuff. Was there anyone in there serving, or was it just high-ranking people?
Just high-ranking people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Would you guys like to continue to traverse the seven heavens?
I think so, yeah.
Slump, why do you try to like ask everyone the most inappropriate question?
Why? Slump has never met someone with no eyes and only one hand. Slump wanted to know.
I pop out both my eyes again for the 100th time.
What happened to your eyes?
You're ridiculous.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
You ate them.
What? No, Slump is sorry.
That's
Fucking
nice.
go.
That's good.
Onward we go.
Guys, are you worried about the whole sin being cleansed from us? And if we go high with sin, we'll be obliterated
No, of
and all
course-
that? Are you
Of
worried
course
about
not.
that?
Slump doesn't live a very sinful. Do you live a very sinful life?
I mean, I don't think so.
Galdric
I mean, I don't
is
know.
genuinely not worried. He's worried about the rest of the party.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten any homeless people. You know what I'm saying?
That was ages ago.
That weight you carry is going to be heavy. Just say. What's that? What they say at the end of Cowboy Bebop? It's like that. Oh God! Like the saying at the end on every single. God damn it.
See you, Space Cowboy?
No.
There was
That's
one
not
at like it was like that weight. That weight's gonna get. I don't know.
Good one.
We'll find it.
Right?
We'll find it.
I know.
What the fuck are you talking
We
about?
just
Come on.
rewatched Cowboy Bebop too, and I can't remember.
It's like the last episode, but anyway.
We're all gonna wake up at like 3 a.m. and be like, that's this.
Exactly right. Okay. Continuing through Lunia.
Yes.
Are we seeing anyone else on the path?
On the path? No.
Neat. Any animals or anything?
Yeah, sure. God animals like super cute deer and eagles and probably some super holy frogs.
Oh my gosh, this frog though. Galdric, I get why your god lives here and stuff. I get why you like this place.
He doesn't live here. He lives on the next floor up.
Oh, well, this place is kind of nice. Have you been to the other place
He's not my god.
yet?
He's just a side bitch while I'm here.
No, yeah.
Galdric,
Maybe don't say that
Galdric
aloud.
kind of wastes away a little bit. Okay.
Are you nervous? Are you worried that he's going to be mad?
No, he should be worried that I'm mad.
I don't know that he is, though, at all.
He should be really worried that I'm here.
Might not be worried at all.
He's going to be really worried the moment he sees me.
All right.
You're undermining me.
No, Slump believes you. You're really big and spoopy. Yep.
I look up at a 90-degree angle, upset.
Come on.
You know what? Carry me.
Oh, all right. Okay. God. You're putting on weight?
Fuck you! Onward,
All right. Okay. Fine.
Okay. As you guys eventually traverse, or is that hide or reveal? That's a hide. I need reveal. Eventually, as you guys traverse through all the many levels, or many peaks of Lunia, the first level of the Seven Heavens, you arrive at the second level. This is Mercuria. This is the home of Bahamut, and traditionally where Torm spends most of his time as well. And we have a music change for it. You enter into Mercuria, the second level of the Seven Hells. This is also known as the Golden Heaven because a warm golden light is suffused everywhere. There are gentle green hills and lush valleys all through this level of the heavens, and it's dotted with small settlements of archons and other good-aligned beings. It has great tombs and monuments to the noble fighters and paladins. Also on this level is the Great Armory, which houses all the weapons for all the great noble warriors who rest here. As you begin traversing through Mercuria, you eventually come across the completely unmistakable, unmissable, enormous palace of Bahamut. Bahamut's jeweled palace. The walls are made of pure mithril, and the windows are composed of huge gemstones. And after, again, it feels like days and days of walking through these valleys and green, luscious mountains, you find yourselves at the door to Bahamut's palace. Galdric?
I want to. No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna pump you up. I think that you can do it. I think you're on the right side, and if he's not on that side, then we don't need him.
All right. What's in front of me?
These huge gold and silver double doors with like giant fucking dragon's head knockers.
I go up to it and I put one hand on either double door and I push. I don't knock.
Yeah.
I just open that bitch.
Yep. And they swing open. Well, they don't swing. Let's not get.
You said it. I'm so strong.
Galdric rests either hand on either door and gives it a push, and these giant, like fucking 2-story tall, 50 billion ton doors go, boom, and they swing open.
The sheer momentum of moving that much mass that quickly creates a sonic boom that makes Slump's head explode.
Yeah, exactly. The sheer displacement of air sucks you guys inside the palace. Inside, you see 7 massive golden dragons sitting around the largest hoard of treasure you've ever seen. It's not just gold. It's not just gemstones. It is artwork. It is sculptures. It is all form of material wealth and value you could ever imagine. And it seems like there's an impossible amount in here. And the 7 dragons are guarding it all. As soon as you enter, all 7 dragons look immediately at you guys. And atop the largest pile of gold at the very back is Bahamut. He is a 180-foot long dragon with a tail of equal length, bringing his full size from tip of his nose to tip of his tail to 360 feet. He is enormous. He is the only platinum dragon in existence, and he is covered with platinum scales that are harder than any shield known to mortals. They are storied to be virtually indestructible, and they glow with a faint blue sheen. He has blue eyes, but the color of them can't really be identified. It seems to kind of shift, and they change more significantly with his mood. And he looks down from his giant pile of gold and sees you walk in, Galdric. And
I want to be walking with such vigor, with such confidence, that I want him to be afraid of this 3.5-foot man.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Roll plus charisma for like intimidation. Roll it at advantage because you have you've got some purpose. Holy fuck.
Oh my god.
Galdric just went full dad mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with Bahamut, I've come to bargain.
Yeah. With a 28, I think so this is a huge hall. And the 7 dragons protecting the gold are kind of all to the sides. And I think you just walk straight through the center of the hall. I don't think you disturb any of the gold coins that are there, but the 7 dragons, they almost back up a little bit as you walk by.
Ooh.
And Bahamut, who is so high up on his giant pile of gold, he starts to kind of slide down the gold towards where you're going to arrive. And as you get to where he's going to meet you, Galdric, he actually bows his head. Galdric.
Bahamut.
I apologize.
Whoa.
Wait, what was that? Slump thinks he misheard. What did you say?
Galdric, I pray that you can find it in your heart to forgive me. But I understand if you can't.
Galdric has chin up, very proud, chest out, you know?
Yeah.
He kind of relaxes a little bit. Let's get to work, old friend.
Thank you, Galdric. There has been such atrocities that were condoned and encouraged by me and Torm. I don't think there is enough time in all of existence for me to repent for what is done. But Galdric, you were a paragon of what was necessary. when I had moments of lucidity, no. That makes it seem like it wasn't a choice. I had a choice, and I chose to bow to Torm and to Jared. And for that, I am guilty, and I will suffer the punishments of Tyr. But right now, Galdric, if you need something, simply ask.
I want to turn around and I want to point at the treasure. All of it. I'm just kidding. Anyways.
This is all for any who are needy. Any on the prime material plane who find themselves without enough, they have this. I will give from this hoard.
No,
for as long as there is to give.
No, I was kidding. No, I would. Bahamut, come on.
No, that's actually legit. That's just something I do anyways.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you were actually going to give it. So Tyr didn't know, and I want to know if you know. You seem like a changed platinum dragon. You're aware that Pale Knight's here, right?
I feared it was something like that. I knew Jared had been touched by something evil beyond the word evil. And I had feared that it was... I didn't know it was Pale Knight.
The celestial gates at this moment are being bombarded.
What can we do? I don't know how to fight an Oberith.
I want to raise my hand in the kind of like a take my hand. And I just want to. I do.
Anything you need, Galdric. My might, my wealth, my power. We have to set the world right again. If you have a plan, I will do everything in my power.
Good. Now where's Torm? Torm? Can't remember if it's with an N or of an M.
I think it's Tornm.
I think it's Tornum. Yeah, I think it's Tornum. Where's Torn?
Torm has taken things very poorly. When Jared lost his power, and we realized what we had been a part of, due to nothing more than fear, I went to repent, and I will spend all of my days repenting. But Torm sought absolution. But for what he did, there is no absolution. I don't think, anyway. He's gone to Cronius, the top of the mountain. And after what we did, I think it will destroy him. If not, then whatever's left of him will return. But if you want to speak to Torm, you'll need to travel to Cronius, the top of the mountain.
Can you give me a lift? I'm tired of walking. I'm not actually tired of walking.
That's great.
I feel really
weird,
good.
Actually, yeah.
But time is of the essence.
I can get us there as quickly as possible.
We will need Torn in this fight. Torn?
Torm?
We're gonna need T-Dragon.
Oh, he's not a dragon.
Guy.
We're gonna need T-Dog.
Sure. Not really a dog either, but I catch your drift.
T-Dizzle.
T-Dizzle. All right.
T-Dizzle
We
and
can
the
go
Dizzle.
get T-Dizzle.
Oh, wait. He's a god. How about T-Jizzle?
T-Jizzle?
Nope.
That sounds
like
something else,
Oh,
actually.
I like that a lot.
Nope.
T-Jizzle. I
Nope.
like that. He's repenting. I can call him whenever I want.
Fair enough. That's true.
Now, is there anything... I can take you to Cronius, but is there anything else you need from me? I can fight.
We need your might. We will probably need. I don't know what we need your wealth for. I think you can keep that. I don't wealth. Ugh. But we're gonna need your might. I don't know if you have any. I kind of like look over my shoulder at the dragons. I don't know if you have any strong warriors or anything like that, just laying around on piles of gold. But
if we are going to fight Pale Knight, I will summon the entire metallic dragon flight. I will call every gold, silver, bronze, copper, brass, mercury, iron, and steel dragon that will heed my call. I will also join battle myself. I loathe battle. I would far prefer to discuss things, but in this one case, I don't think we can talk to Pale Knight.
I lift my hand up like I'm going to ask a question.
Yes. Your name?
Oh, I'm Lou. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure, my lady.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. I wanted to ask you, are you aware that it won't just be Pale Knight who we will be facing? We have the millions of evil people, but also, yeah.
Oh, I want to pretend like I'm doing a drum roll.
Jared is with the Pale Knight.
Guess who Pale Knight's champion is?
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's
guess who's wielding Black Razor?
Yeah, Black Razor. Yeah.
I will break Black Razor in my jaws if I have to.
I look at the rest of the part. I look at the rest of the part. You remember when I wanted to kill him at the stones, but y'all were like, no. He's helpless now. Nice job!
Well, fair.
Touche.
I can also offer this. So I will offer the entire metallic dragon flight that will heed my call. I can assume it will be somewhere around 8 or 10,000 dragons. But also this.
I put my I raise both my arms like I'm about to be stowed armor upon.
And you are.
Oh.
As he reaches his long neck around and very gently grabs one of his scales between his teeth.
Oh boy.
And he pulls off one of his platinum dragon scales.
Ew.
It's not that yucky.
Okay. All right.
It was a loose
sounds
one.
like the fucking elves ripping out their hair again.
Yeah,
so
no,
I'm
this
just
is
it sounds
nervous.
exactly like
Yeah,
that.
no.
Screaming in pain, blood is everywhere.
Yeah, no, it's not gross or bloody or anything like that.
Okay.
But then he goes to give it to Galdric. And I think this is when you guys start to realize how big he is. Because this single scale, of which he has like millions on him, is bigger than Galdric.
Oh.
Oh boy.
This is a tower shield for Galdric.
I still have my arms up, just like YMCAing it.
Galdric, I offer to you, if you will accept, a scale of Bahamut, a piece of my hide that is impenetrable. If you would wield this in battle, I would consider myself honored.
I will grab. I will accept it. I gotta put one hand on either side of it.
Yeah.
And then I fall to the ground because it's made of fucking plastic.
Yeah.
Oh! Did I get a blacksmith?
Yep.
You'll get used to the weight.
Okay. Is this meant as a shield?
This is meant as a shield. It will. Let's see. What did I write down for this?
Oh God! Please copy paste it to me right now.
Sure. I'll copy paste it right here, and I'll also read it out so that we all know what's going on. There it is in the Discord. You can choose to defend for a single turn instead of perform any other action. And as long as the attack can be blocked, That is, that it's not a cloud or like an explosion or something that engulfs you. Or...
It's not an AoE attack.
Exactly. It's not as long as it is a direct attack, you can block any attack. It cannot penetrate this shield.
Okay.
Directional invulnerability.
Ooh, okay. All right. So I'll have to get used to the weight, but yeah. Thanks. It's heavy. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Bahamut. You know, I thought I was gonna have to like beat you up. Oh man. I'm glad that you and I are on the same page again, man.
That's what makes you you, Galdric. You would be willing to fight a 360-foot platinum dragon god because of what you believed in. And that is why you, Galdric Stout, are an inspiration to me. Now, shall I take you the rest of the way up the mountain?
Can I whisper to Locke kind of while this is happening so we're not lagging kind of thing?
Locke, you guys collected coins back in the bar, right? Do you think in this horde there's any kind of prime ink coin? That'd be crazy, right? Do you think there is one here?
Shit.
It's a possibility.
Should we ask? Is that asking too much?
No, fuck that. Hey, Bahamut!
Yes.
Slump does not call him fuckhead.
Okay, good.
There is a singular coin of extreme rarity that might come in handy for us in this exact in Denver in Denver. In Denver, Colorado.
Yep.
So God, how do I want to like look at Locke like how do I explain what it is without telling them what the fuck it is?
It is a coin the size about of a gold piece, having a very vibrant pearlescent texture.
Yeah, it looks like it kind of is splattered. There's bits off of it, like tendrils almost. Not tendrils, but you know.
I have
It's like if you took a pearl and made it flat.
One coin like this, I believe, in my time. You say this will help?
They are known to us as prime coins. You can redeem them for free. Fuck. Okay.
Oh my god.
They are. We know how to wield them.
More
properly.
prime.
Yeah, we know how to wield these and use them to our advantage. And it's a skill that, because of our unique background, I would dare say that only we know how to use.
If they are as powerful as you say, then I believe you would be fit to wield one. Let me just find it. This one? No, it's not. This one? This one?
It's gonna take a while.
Oh, I found it. Oh, no. Sorry, that's the wrong. Okay, this one, not that one. Hey, other dragons, feel free to start looking. It looks kind of weird with a pearlescent shine. And you hear all the dragons like, this one? No, not that one. This one? No, not that one. This one.
I hope they're keeping their piles
Not
separate.
the most organized accountants, huh?
Did you just put your coin in my pile? No, you put your pile where I'm putting my coins. I already looked through these ones. No, you didn't. I looked through those ones.
As Bahamut is picking up a coin and moving it, Slump says,
Don't put that coin in the pile.
Why is that?
Don't put that coin in the pile. Otherwise, it's your lucky coin. You put it in the pile, it'll get mixed up with all the other coins and become just another coin.
I don't remember.
Which it is, of
Do
course.
paladins have find object?
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
That's a good question. I feel like they do. Or they've got like something like that.
I'm currently getting my D&D book out. Please hold. I'm pretty sure it's called find object, right?
I have
No.
locate object.
Locate
if you need it.
object,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah,
That's
you
it.
do have locate object.
You would know what it looks like. You would know exactly what a prime coin looks like. You've had one in your hands before.
It's a second level. Yeah. Bahamut, if you would allow, I can cast a spell to see if I can find it.
Yes, if it will make this go any faster, please do. We're going to be here all day if I look for it.
Not a problem, not a problem.
Okay, so I describe. Well, we already did describe it. So I can sense it as long as it's within 1,000 feet.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's definitely within 1,000 feet. I think you got to dig through a couple oceans of gold. I think as you start like touching some of the gold, some of the other gold dragons are like.
Oh, sorry about that. Not this one. This one's yours. My bad.
And then you can like as you're kind of like scooping them out of the way, you can see them like taking those coins away and like gonna have to wash these ones later.
I assume she's like Scrooge McDucks it and just like dives into the gold.
I think you Peter Griffin it.
I know.
Solid gold.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
not a liquid.
Many small solids make one solid floor. And sure enough, you find the Prime Ink coin concealed at the bottom of Bahamut's hoard. Oh, did you find it?
She
I found it.
Excellent. Well, it is yours to do with as you will. I only pray it has the power that you say it does.
Hey, Locke, cover the tab. Like I'm telling him to like put one coin on it since we're taking one coin off. Cover the tab.
Yep.
I don't have any money anymore.
I'm on it. Hold up. Yeah, there we go. All I got's a platinum. You know, take the platinum.
Well, it's my favorite color. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Just put it on the pile with the other human-touched coins. We do have kind of a process for cleaning them.
Oh my god. Okay. All right, let's go. Come on, we gotta go find
it's not a mean thing. You just have a lot of like grease and resin that comes out of your hands. It's kind of
I know.
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of a suit, but yeah, no, I get you. They do. I'm good.
All of us, really. Basically, all of us. When you think about it.
Pretty much just
Pretty much
you.
all of us.
Much,
you think about it.
Pretty much just you. You more than others.
Wow. Okay.
You're literally like
sick. Yeah.
You're literally like
cool.
You're literally like the worst parts of all humans, but turned to 11.
Okay. You know what?
Wow.
You know what? At least I am fucking human. Goddamn alien.
Okay.
That's a sore spot. That's a known sore spot.
I hate it when Dad and Dad argue in public.
Fine. No, that's good. You know what?
I'll know something. You'll never know what it's like, and that's what it's like to be a human.
You wouldn't do this while we were here.
Filthy fucking otherworlder.
You know why I'm glad I'm not human?
Why?
It's because I don't know those kinds of feelings.
That got him.
I would be crying right now, but my tear ducts are fake too.
I think Slump reaches over and pops both of his eyes out and then rolls them across the floor.
What the fuck did he do? Can't catch me.
Oh, he's gone.
I cast light on the hammer.
Look, it's like a flashlight. Come on, look at it go.
Oh my! I want to pop him.
Oh no, he
Craziest
steps on
thing
one
I've
of
ever seen in
Galdric's
my life.
eyes.
So crazy.
Oh my God, Bahamut! Let's go save the world.
Absolutely. Climb on my back.
Can you imagine the picture of a 3.5-foot idiot trying to climb onto a 400-foot fucking dragon? I have trouble climbing onto this guy's fingernail.
Yeah, exactly. Like the smallest step up to start is too big.
Yeah.
Look at him try.
I look over at Slump and I'm just like, you know what?
What?
I pop my wings and I fly to the top of the Bahamut. I sit down and then I do cross arms and I look down at Slump.
I want Slump to pick something up from around the room and throw it at Galdric.
Wow, you threw that so far. Wow.
And then I think like I imagine Slump like startling Bahamut because as soon as Galdric falls off the slide, Slump immediately, like a kid at the fucking McDonald's play gym, immediately starts clambering up the side of
Slump's the king of the hill.
I want to like pop if I can. I just want to be behind him already and be like, "Boo,
Ah!
I love you," and I want to give him a hug.
Oh.
My mouth was open.
Sorry, Mr. Bahamut. Martini thought scared Slump. Slump has low sphincter shutter control when he's scared.
Can we
boy.
go?
Can we leave?
Okay. So as everyone makes their way onto Bahamut's back, you begin traveling with the Platinum Dragon, the 400-foot long Platinum Dragon. Try to visualize what 400 feet is, because that's a lot of fucking dragon. He begins walking down the path. And he says, you do understand that I can't actually just fly us there, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm started walking.
All right. And he does move at a pretty good clip. Like, he's not sprinting, but just his kind of, dragon canter is pretty fucking fast when he's 400 feet long.
Yeah.
And you guys, damn it.
What?
I covered you guys back up instead of revealing something. You guys travel through the remainder of Mercuria until you arrive at the 3rd level.
Ooh.
The 3rd level is Venia, which also has another music change. The 3rd level of the 7 heavens is Venia. It's also called the Pearly Heaven, or the Heaven of Pearls, and it is a lush land with crops, meadows, moors, hills, and rolling countryside, all bathed in the soft glow from a sky reminiscent of the luster of white pearls. It's colder than the other levels, and it is often covered in a gentle layer of snow. Peaceful brooks and carefully terraced fields are common here, and this is a place that is kind of a safety for many halflings whose crops always give plentiful harvests, and there are no large predators here. It's basically kind of like the Shire in Lord of the Rings in late fall all the time.
Oh my gosh.
It is freakishly beautiful. And as you guys traverse it, it is so serene and so cozy. It is beautiful. And again, don't let the map fool you. This is multiple mountains. This is not a small path along a brook. This is many, many mountain peaks. It is technically an infinite landscape all around you that's not on the beaten path. You see hobbit holes, or I guess as they're called here, halfling holes. You see these crops just bursting with vegetation. And this is probably the comfiest and coziest of all of the 7 heavens. And Bahamut never even slows down. He's kind of at this quick canter the whole way through.
Hey, Bahami dog.
Yes, Slump.
What? How does someone end up here?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
Yeah. How can Slump reserve a seat here?
Well, it's anyone who's followers of Tyr or myself or Torm can make their way to Celestia. However, usually this level is for the halflings. They require a little bit more protection, but if you really wanted and were a devout follower of any of us in the 7 heavens, we could get you a spot here.
Is Saloon in the 7 heavens?
No, she's in the Gate of the Moon. She's in the Astral Sea.
Just in theory, what would happen if someone was a devout follower of her instead?
Oh, they would go to the Gates of the Moon.
How do they compare?
Argentil.
TripAdvisor.
TripAdvisor would give this one like an 8.8 out of 10.
Okay.
And Argentil would probably be about a 6.3.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Saloon fucking sucks, man. What the fuck?
Hammer disintegrates into dust.
Yeah, right.
Slump just looks at his hammer dejectedly.
Slump got with a stupid fucking hammer? He could have been here instead?
well, usually
Damn it.
the low
Sorry.
ratings come from the moon phases. Everyone's always one feeling one way or another.
Yeah, I saw some watermarks on my fork this morning. They don't clean the cutlery properly. That sort of thing.
If the moon is the right phase, then if the moon's the right phase, you'll be like, oh, there's a watermark on my fork. Fuck everything! And then you'll try to stab someone.
Oh, dear.
Wow.
Okay.
I guess you would never get bored, though.
No, never get bored. Every time the moon changes, everything changes. But it's not quite for me. I like Mount Celestia.
Okay.
Also, just listen, I see that look in your eyes, Mr. Slump. Not a great idea to swap gods, kind of like chewing gum.
Why?
It doesn't end up well.
Why?
You end up kind of just upsetting everybody, and then you get to go nowhere in the end.
Oh. Yeah,
I
that's
tried
okay.
to tell him.
Slump didn't mean what he said anyways. He was just joking. Saloon.
He's sort of looking up in the sky.
Just a joke.
Oh,
Only telling
she's
a
not
joke,
up in the
that's
sky.
all.
She's more like that way. And he kind of like points off to like the left a little bit.
Over there.
She's got over there, yeah. Yeah.
Just a joke. Just a lighthearted jest. Slump just likes this place. If Slump didn't get a chance to see your place, it could be equally nice. Maybe even better.
Good
Could be
job.
better.
Yeah, you're nailing it right
Could
now.
be. Slump is paused. Wow. And I mean, look at this though.
And Slump is swinging around the hammer.
Well, look at that. Look at got a good swing to it, you know? It's just
Maybe Slump just needs to go. Slump just needs to go during the summer, and
Just
see
need-
it for himself.
Oh,
just
yeah.
need going during summer. That's all. You know?
I'm sure you'll be very happy, Slump. I can tell that you're a good man.
Yep.
He's as good as it gets.
As good as you can do.
Well, okay, that's seemed a little insulting.
I mean, it's the truth, all right? Slump may not be the best, but he's the only one fucking here, so do with that
There's
information what the
literally
fuck you
three
will.
other people here.
Slump is
Wait,
literally the
any
only
of
fucking person here, so do with that information what you will. Slump's
We're
literally
all
the
on the
only
dragon
person.
with you.
Slump's literally the only person here, so I mean,
Why
think
are
you can
you
do better.
so mean to me?
alert, you fucking can't, idiot. You can't do better, so.
What did I do to you?
Slump's having an argument with a big scaly dog, okay?
Fine.
All right.
Were any of the residents, like, it sounds like there's not often dragon visitors on that level. Were any of the residents surprised?
Yeah, probably. I think so. Like Bahamut lives mostly in his palace, but he does get out from time to time. But I'm pretty sure every time Bahamut, does a loop along the Holy Road, it's probably quite a spectacle. So yeah, I think there were probably quite a number of hobbits out there, kind of hobbits watching. Sorry, there were halflings out there. Looking hobbits watching Gandalf style.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Except no scowling. None of them were like, ooh, fireworks.
Okay.
They were all like, oh, fuck, Platinum Dragon.
I'm waving the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And eventually you guys make your way through the 3rd level onto the 4th level. The 4th level is Solania. This is also called the Electrum Heaven or the Crystal Heaven. The valleys in this level of heaven are always enveloped in mist and fog and strange scents. The peaks are home to numerous holy shrines, including monasteries and magnificent cathedrals that are controlled by demigods. Many of the slopes here are rich in precious ores and minerals, and they are mined day and night by populations of dwarves that reside here. As you begin making your way through, you cross past this one giant mansion. It is huge compared to all the other homes here. As you walk by it, Bahamut kind of turns to you and says, I'm not sure if you've been here before, but that is the great mansion called Arakanor.
Arakanor.
Yes, it's home to Moradin and his wife, Baronar Truesilver. They are the dwarf gods.
I look over and I say, spiders.
It sounds
Sounds like spiders.
I kind of like chuckle to myself.
What the fuck's funny about that?
I'm missing something, I think.
What the hell's funny?
I'm like, idiots. Just shut up and listen.
You're a fucking idiot. Don't fucking call Slump, but you're a fucking idiot. Fuck you.
I'm sorry, okay?
Fuck you. You're the fucking idiot. Slump's not a fucking idiot.
I was sorry.
We're gonna get so
Fine.
exploded on the 7th level.
There's a good chance.
This place is nice. I like the crystals.
Yes, the dwarves do like this level quite a bit. They get to mine and dig to their heart's content and pull out all sorts of gemstones. Although I will say probably the most impressive of Solania is Moradin's Soul Forge. He tempers the souls of all dwarves before they're brought to the prime material plane. That's why they're such a hearty folk, and why they live quite so long as they do, is their tempering from Moradin's Soul Forge.
Wow.
Would you guys like to see it? Or no, we're in a rush. We should just keep going, right?
No,
Yeah, we should probably just keep going. We should probably just skip this part, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
What if they can help, though?
What is wrong with you? Of course, let's go.
Oh my goodness, I'm so worried.
Listen, time passes differently here than it does on the prime material plane. You've been gone for, let's see, how long did it take you to travel through Lunia?
4 minutes, tops.
6 to 8.
Weeks. 30
Yeah,
weeks?
about a
30
couple weeks. Yep.
Couple of weeks. Okay, so then you've probably been gone from the prime material plane for 3.6 seconds, give or take.
Oh.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah,
We definitely got to stop into this place then.
You've got some time to kill.
We could use some hardying is also to get hardier.
I mean,
Hardiest.
I'll be honest, my motives are a little bit ulterior as well. Moradin commands great armies, and while the metallic dragons and the armies of whoever else you've got are fantastic, the hammers of Moradin would be fantastic. If you could convince him to bring them as well, that would be just fantastic.
Hammer Slump. It sounds like you guys have a lot in common.
Hammer. Wait, what are we getting? What are we doing with a hammer?
I don't know. You could just compare them, and then he would want to come.
Were you telling
and-
Slump to compare hammers with?
Yeah, with the god of dwarves.
It's usually a pretty private thing.
Oh, I
Going
apologize.
around comparing hammers, you know?
Oh,
It's usually a little bit more
apologize.
private than that. A little bit
Oh dear.
forward to suggest Slump just go and start swinging his hammer around.
Oh, don't swing it.
Just slapping his hammer in everyone's face.
Well,
Okay.
I think
Fair
we should
enough.
slap it.
Slap his hammer around.
Slap his hammer.
Slump will meet the prince of dwarves. Whoever the fuck with his hammer, whatever you want.
Yeah, that's
Whatever you want Slump to do, he'll do, god damn it. Just whatever, man. Fuck. Jesus, come
Does this
on.
place have t-shirts? Like,
Ooh, yes.
I want the image in my head to come true. Like, it's like, so how does Celestia go? And it's like, have a t-shirt. It's like, I've been to the crystal mines of Celestia with cotton candy in one hand or something like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So you guys enter this this massive mansion called Erakanor. It is Erakanor, Erakanor. And as you enter, it is like a giant feasting hall with all sorts of dwarves sitting around eating beef and drinking ale and eating bread and telling stories. And it's just a giant, big, happy home. And as you make your way to the back, you do see the seat where Moradin would be sitting. And next to that is the seat where Baranar, True Silver, his wife, is sitting.
Greetings.
Hello, miss.
Oh, hello there. What, you're not dwarves. What are you doing here in Erakanor?
I'm so tiny. I want to be like, of course I am. What are you talking about?
Oh, I didn't even notice you there.
It's all right. Just don't let it happen again.
Have you come to feast with Moradin?
Hey.
Well, he's actually not here at the moment. He's in the back. He's working on the Soul Forge. If you'd like, I can show you to the Soul Forge. You can talk with him there. He's probably gonna be back there for a little while. You know, he'll come out and have a couple drinks, but he's really dedicated to his work.
All right, why don't you just go ahead and take us way on back there, all right?
Whoa, your accent's getting kind of thick there. It's a little bit hard to understand.
Take us back there. Okay, what you waiting for?
All right, thank you. Yeah, no, I appreciate you making that so clear.
Okay.
Well, Slump, I didn't know. Wow.
Slump is fluent. You got it.
Look at nice dialect.
Yeah, all right. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's go see Moradin. And she kind of gets down off her seat, slams like a full pint of ale just in one giant fucking gulp, slams the cup down as everyone, around the table kind of takes a giant drink and slams their cups down too. And she takes you back into a blacksmithing area, which is hot as fuck, as you hear a hammer just ringing out in perfect rhythm. And you see this very stout, very chonky dwarf. This is a dwarf with some fucking meat and fat on his bones, just going to town on a piece of metal, on an anvil. He has a long black beard and long black hair. He wears a polished and gleaming set of heavy copper-colored armor adorned with red gemstones, and he has a full plate crown helmet and spiked gauntlets, and he's just hammering a piece of metal. And Baranar's like, Moradin, you've got some visitors, Moradin. And as she's like bellowing at the top of her lungs, he kind of stops hammering for a second, and then looks up. He's like, oh, I didn't see you there. Come on in. All right, one of you kind of looks like a dwarf. All right, thanks, Baranar. I'll see to them. All right, what can I do for you?
All right, so my name's Galdric. This here is Slump. What was your name again, Lost? And I want to look over at Kaylee just to kind of see if she continues the accent.
Lou. I'm Lou.
All right,
and this is our friend.
And I put my hand over at Locke.
My name's Locke.
Yeah.
Vincent Locke.
All right, you don't
Oh, really...
It's so weird. You don't really all look like dwarves, but you sure all sound like dwarves. What can the mighty Moradin do for you?
So wait, Slump was the one that really wanted to come down here, right?
I don't know.
All right, so listen, we've got ourselves a wee bit of problem on the mortal plane, which is why we're visiting way up here.
Are you not even dead?
No, of course not. I'm not dead.
Oh, you just look a little bit dead. I thought you looked a little...
I'm only dead on the inside.
Oh, that's what that look is. Don't worry. You'll get over it. Or you'll die and then it'll all be fine. Don't worry.
That's the... All right, so we've got ourselves a wee bit of a problem. Like I said, we've got Pale Night that's causing all sorts of
Pale Night!
Pale Night, hey!
No shit!
Shite!
Well, what the hell's she doing down there on the prime material plane?
Causing all kinds of ruckus and shit, you know, always being... Yeah.
Oh, what the hell can we do against something like an Oberth?
Hey, I'm surprised you even know about it's an Oberth. Not many people know that. You're a smart one, ain't you?
Well, people always underestimate the knowledge of the dwarves, but we've been around.
Smartest people you'll ever
That's
meet.
what
if
I
you ever
always
ask me.
say. We're the smartest people around.
Smartest people around. I kind of like wink at Bahamut.
You need some help kind of putting a boot up her keister.
Aye!
All right. I'll send you a couple champions. Do you think that'll be enough?
Well...
Are you fucked in the head? A couple of champions? Hello?
It depends how strong are your champions. Bahamut over there has promised us 20,000 dragons.
Whoa, hold on. Bahamut, did you really promise 20,000 fucking dragons? Pretty close. Something like that. Yep. All right.
Saloon too has contributed.
Saloon's getting in on this now?
Hey!
All right, I'll tell you what. Never let it be said that the dwarves don't come when they're called. I offer you the hammers of Moradin. And I don't mean one or two. I mean all of the hammers of Moradin. I will call the Grand Council and I'll assemble one hammer of Moradin. And when you say so, we'll strike in a single dwarven hammer blow so strong, even Pale Night will have no choice but to fall. 13.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. Yeah,
I want to hold
nice.
up two hammer strikes.
There's no way. It's going to be 30,000 of the most elite dwarven warriors this world has ever seen. There's no way it's going to take two strikes.
All right. If you know what, I bet it's going to be two.
Well, I mean, they don't make the dwarves like they used to. My hammer arm's getting a little bit tired after, how long's it been? 40 million years? Yeah, the old hammer arm's getting a little bit tired. Can't make the dwarves like I used to.
I tell you what, I'll do you one, all right? If you do it in one, I'll buy you a pint.
Ha ha, you're on! And you see him kind of like wind up his arm, he like kind of rolls out his shoulder, and he kind of pulls this piece of metal, and he just starts fucking hammering it. He's like, oh, I'm gonna make them good now. And do you see like the piece of metal is a very weird metal. Like it's not metal at all. And as he's hammering it, you realize that is literally a dwarf's soul that he is forging.
Oh my god.
What was Slump gonna do?
I was gonna say Slump is like watching excitedly because there's all this energy, but every time he slams the fucking hammer on the metal, Slump flinches like those cats listening to the printer.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Slump is doing that every time, like
You can anticipate when it's going to happen. So why are you getting shot like every time?
Ow. Yay. Look how excited he is. Ow. Yay.
Oh, my God.
You guys then are like given like just fucking handfuls of beef and bread and a giant mug of ale as you're kind of sent out the door and to continue on your way.
Oh, thank you. Bahamut, is this okay if we eat this on your back?
Yes, it's all right. Try not to spill it all over the place if you can help it. But to be honest, my scales don't dent or scuff or stain, so really it's just kind of your loss if you spill it.
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for asking.
Am I Ant-Man to this
oh yeah,
big old dragon?
Oh,
can
yeah.
I reach my hand in between his scales and like scratch like as if it's like getting behind a cat's ears? Like
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, his whole kind of neck kind of arches a little bit, kind of thing.
Ooh, I'm getting some creepy flashbacks of fucking Falcor.
That's exactly what I was thinking, man.
You like that?
Slump, who had been like riding him previously with his hands on, like now like picks his hands up and sort of holding them up in the air, like,
Ew. I don't want to participate in this.
Sure enough, he then continues on his way through Celestia into the 5th level of heaven. This is Mertion. This is also known as the Platinum Heaven. Here, the skies are similar to the pearly skies of Celestia. It has vast plains and savannas, and this serves as the mustering ground for paladins and other lawful good servants. And instead of mountains, Mertion has majestic citadels, as large as well as one great city, Imperia. This is known as the City of Tempered Souls. It's on the edge of a cold mountain lake, and the city hosts the greatest collection of healers and healing waters in existence. It's not a place that people go to request healing. It's a place that people are sent to when they need healing. It's not an open city. You can't like go in there. And I think Bahamut even tells you as much. Like, you couldn't make a stop and bottle a bunch of healing water. You couldn't make a stop and recruit a bunch of healers. It's a very kind of function-built city that heals the worthy who need it, kind of thing. And that's basically all the purpose that it serves.
Got it.
And you guys continue.
Oh, Bahamut, I'm getting a little nervous as we're getting higher and higher up.
Yes.
Do you think we should like do some meditating or praying or something? How do we not get blown up as we get higher?
You're probably okay for the most part until we go to Cronius. Really, the kind of, disintegration of evil, it's not too serious unless you're an actual demon or devil on your way up. When you enter Cronius, well, that's when Zerona is going to test you, and that is when you will be decided whether or not you can enter Cronius or not. So don't worry. There will be a giant obvious spot where you'll know whether or not you should go forward.
Ooh, okay. Ominous.
Well, it is the top of all the heavens, so it's pretty ominous.
It does
that
make
makes sense.
And he takes you to the 6th of the 7 heavens. This is Jovar, also known as the Glittering Heaven or the Heaven of Gems. The mountains and hills are studded with precious gemstones that glitter in the light. The gems are all rubies and garnets that cause the whole landscape to glow like a hearth fire. There is a massive layered ziggurat made of precious gemstones, and at the top of the ziggurat seems to be a literal sun, like just straight up a giant ball of inferno fire sun, and it is the only way forwards. At the top of the ziggurat is the only way to proceed. And that's when Bahamut stops. He says, "This is as far as I can take you. I cannot come with you to Cronius. I have done such evil on such a scale that if I were to take one step beyond Zerona, I would be destroyed. So I will wait here. And for those who cannot approach Cronius, we can wait here. And for those of you that can, I wish you good luck. And I hope that, well, I hope that Torm is still there for you to talk to."
Thank you, Bahamut. And don't worry too much. It's what you do today and going forward.
You know, I have to believe that's true. And I will try that. Thank you. Okay, and you guys can now ascend the ziggurats towards the giant ball of fire.
Oh, carefully.
Yeah, slowly and cautiously.
Yeah.
I kind of want to look at the rest of the party and be like, maybe you guys shouldn't go.
Yeah,
You know, that feels really true and right.
Slump's not real sure he's got a great read on whether or not he's been doing the right things. So yeah.
Yeah, like just like I don't know if you. I want to whisper it so like maybe you know say Loon doesn't hear.
Yeah.
I'll be like, Slump, didn't you kind of semi-sore fealty to Torm on the battlefield at one time?
Oh shit. Yeah, Slump did do that.
Maybe you should stop switching gods so quickly.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I like you. Maybe you shouldn't go. I don't want to leave you, but I feel like I should ask you to chill with Bahamut a little bit.
Slump agrees. Yep. Probably the best call.
For what it's worth, if Jake were here, I'd tell him to stay here too.
Slump would definitely tell him to go up there. Feel free. Charge on up. Safe and sound.
Oh, no.
Oh God. Okay. I'll look at Locke is already. We know Locke's good because he hasn't sinned in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Locke can come with us. And then I look at Lou and I'm like,
I can stay.
no, I'm like, I'm genuinely thinking if I've seen her do anything. She's a good moral compass. She's usually pretty good, and she can't lie. I don't know if she can't lie, right?
Well, yeah, I guess we didn't really all talk about what we gave up. We could.
I feel like you guys said you discussed it kind of like you told the party.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I will. I don't know. I would probably ask Lou to stay just because I don't want it on my conscience if she doesn't make it.
Yeah, humans who are not 3 weeks old.
Impossible, right?
That's just it. Like they are literally. It's unavoidable to be full of sin.
Thank you for even contemplating so long. That's a real compliment. But I'm happy to stay.
Yeah, I think you three should chill. Locke, you're coming with me. Come on.
Right behind you.
We'll start to ascend.
Okay. As you ascend, you get closer and closer to this literal sun. It's massive. Not as big as a real sun would be, obviously. That would be the only thing that would be in any line of sight in all directions. But it's a giant ball of fire. And as you start to ascend, it is hot. It is burning, and it would be burning all of your sin away. But you don't have enough for it to be killing you with the heat. And as you approach, you notice that there is a person standing at the base of the sun. It seems to be a tall human, and they have enormous feathery angel wings. And Galdric, you realize this is a solar. This is the most powerful angel ever created. Solars were divine might incarnate, and this is the one that guards the top of the seven heavens. This is Zerona, the solar, and he is the one who guards Cronius. And as you approach, he says, "Stop.
What? Why?
Why do you seek Cronius?"
Because I've got to get... do I see Torn at all in the sun?
No, nothing.
Okay. I don't necessarily see Cronius. I need Torn. Torname.
Torm.
Torm is being cleansed.
I need that to stop.
There can be no stopping the cleansing of a fallen god.
Well, they will all be fallen gods if we don't get him back. Pale Night has arrived.
Place your hand into the flame.
I don't hesitate.
Oh, wow. Roll a flat d20.
I get fucking natty right now. I swear to God, and not of the one variety.
Oh, yes,
hey.
nice one.
As you place your hand into the flame, you can feel... What would the sensation of full soul judgment feel like?
Oh my God.
I want to essentially, if I may, I want Galdric to be very familiar with this sense.
Yeah.
And the moment there's no hesitation, and the moment he does, I want to like sprout my wings just for like cosmetic purpose.
Yeah.
And I want to look at the solar and say, I'm one of you.
Okay. I think as your wings extend, the purifying flames of judgment kind of suffuse into your body, and your eyes kind of light up with the holy light of Galdric, but then also kind of take in the flames themselves. He says, "You may pass."
Do you want to come with me, or
Me?
Yeah, I'm Galdric. It's nice to meet you. It's not so often we see somebody of... I mean, how often do you ever see somebody like us? You know what I mean? I'm trying to like pretend like we're like actually equal.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, how often they're like, you know, we see two of us in the same room. You know what I mean? This guy's probably like a nice, good-sized, well-built human. I'm a fucking midget.
Yeah. Not very often.
Yeah.
Your friend, does he come with you?
He's not necessarily of this world. He should be fine. He hasn't been around enough to sin. He has helped
What
me
is
fight
your
evil.
name?
Oh, me? I'm Galdric. I thought I said that. Didn't I say that?
No, the other one.
Oh, you! Speak up!
Vincent Locke.
Vincent Locke. Why do you seek Cronius?
I wish to assist my friend here. This realm, the prime material plane, and all others are in great danger. We need the power of all realms against this threat. He has a good heart. He knows his purpose. That is why he's here. And I'm here to help him carry out his will.
You are a human. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why do you carry no taint of sin upon you? This should not be possible.
Well, I've been a very good boy since I've been in this realm. But he speaks the truth. I'm not of this existence.
Do you bring harm or evil with you?
No.
Very well. You may pass into Cronius. I warn you, if you have spoken false or carry evil with you in your hearts, you will not return, and I will not save you.
Understood.
I want to look at him right before I step into the portal.
Yeah.
Hey, big guy, I'm here to save you. And then I take the first step into it.
Yeah, you step into the ball of fire. No, Cronius is the other way. That's my fire. Don't step into my fire. What is wrong with you?
Sorry.
Outside Slump, I imagine Slump hearing this arguing, looking at Bahamut, be like,
I think they're all right. That's, sometimes teeny talk can get heated. I think everything's fine.
Does anyone have any burn cream?
It's gotta be unrelated.
We're gonna need another Timmy.
Okay. Locke, do you follow him through the fire?
Yes.
Okay. You guys enter into Cronius. And this is called the Illuminated Heaven. But you know nothing of it. Galdric, you know nothing of it. Locke, you've never heard of anything about this place. Because there are so few beings that have ever entered Cronius that there are no documented records of what the Illuminated Heaven actually looks like. When you pass by Zerona into the fire, you're shocked by the smell of something familiar. It's the smell of noodles.
Oh, baby.
oh shit.
And you find yourselves in an infinite white nothingness all around, but you can smell it. And after you walk for a minute or two following this smell, you see it. You see the Noodle Shack.
What the fuck is happening right now?
Oh my god.
Would you guys like to enter the Noodle Shack?
100%.
Yep.
You walk into the Noodle Shack and you see prepared bowls of noodles waiting for you all around. It's a little strange though, because there are no other guests here save for one. An old man with long gray hair, and he's thin and shriveled and nearly wasted away. And his thin, weak arms are slowly bringing noodles to his mouth, which he chews very slowly. Another thing, there are no noodle golems here.
Oh, okay. Now I'm just pissed.
This old man, his clothing just kind of hangs off him. It's like it was fitted for a much larger man, and he almost seems to be growing thinner by the moment in front of you. What would you like to do?
Oh, God. First thing I try to do is try to order some noodles.
Whatever you order, it's in the bowl that's like already there.
Perfect. So I will immediately, this guy, I get the sense that there's urgency and there's a timer.
Yeah.
So I will order my noodles and I'll kind of sit down. Is he at a bar or can I sit across from him?
It's like a bar that goes all the way around the cooking area, so you can kind of sit on the other side of the cooking area.
I'll kind of sit diagonally.
Yeah, okay, yeah, perfect.
Okay. Hey, friend.
Hey.
You come here often?
No, this is my first time. I think it's going to be my last time, too.
Do I recognize him as Torn?
Yes.
Oh!
You kind of had a little bit of a bro in there. That's why I was like, oh my God. Torn?
Yeah, that's what they used to call me.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Well, of all the things I've done, I don't think I did that one.
Well, you might as well have. It would have been better than what you actually did.
I think I agree.
So I'm just going to cut to the chase. All right there?
Yeah, please do.
Have you given up?
Yeah, I have.
What if I told you there was a chance for you to atone?
Galdric, that's literally impossible if you know what I've done.
Well,
Cronius is going to take from me what I shouldn't be, and I don't think there's going to be enough left after that.
Well, we will restore what we need to. Let me explain. You can either waste away and wither up here, or you can have a chance of redemption. And I say that very loosely. Let's face it, you've done some shit. Pale Night is here. And not only is Pale Night here and threatening the existence of everything, including this place, but Pale Night has also made Jared Kane her champion and has bestowed him Black Razor.
My failures multiplied.
It is. But there is still chance for you to fix this to a degree. Help us instead of withering away to nothing. Let the remainder of your life serve a purpose.
I don't even know what I could do. What could a disgrace like me even offer? A blessing? What a joke. I commend no one. I commend nothing. I have no power. Do you want to know the worst part, Galdric? Do you want to know what is the punchline to the cosmic joke that I am?
I take a big slurp of noodles. Yeah, go.
I don't even have a successor. Do you know who the successor was going to be? Jared. I was so sure that Jared would succeed me. I didn't have anyone else in mind. And when it broke bad, when you made me realize what had happened, I realized that I couldn't choose a successor. There's no one who I could choose that would follow me. So there will be no leader of the seven heavens. There will be a stand-in, and then there will be no one. My failure is so complete, Galdric. I have led the most powerful and battle-hardened human directly into the arms of an Oberith who gifted him infinite power, and I have abandoned heaven and earth.
Well, it sounds to me like you made a mess.
I've made more than a mess. I've doomed us all.
You made a big old messy.
There's no coming back from this. My legacy is going to be the destruction of existence, Galdric.
Well, that's a pretty big mess. And I don't know how you were raised. Just trying to treat him like he's a child. But when we make a mess, we pick it up. You don't leave it for someone else to pick it up. Pick it up yourself.
With these, and he kind of turns to show you his arms, which are actively thinning as you're looking at him. And they become so weak that he drops the spoon. I can't pick anything up with this Galdric. I'm nothing. And when Cronius is done with me, I will be nothing.
If we had to gauge how much time he had left here, can we perceive the clock we're working with here?
Go ahead and roll plus intelligence.
Are you gonna roll?
Trying.
Oh wow, okay. With 22, you can tell probably with whatever minutes you're kind of working with, probably 10 minutes ish kind of thing.
I kind of signal to Galdric wristwatch, holding up 10 fingers.
Okay. All right, fine. I'll just. Oh God, I was really hoping to avoid this. Chromius.
Are you talking to the fucking mountain?
Yeah. Where's Chromius? Chromius.
Chromius. Cronius is the layer of is the level of hell, or the level of heaven.
Cronius. I'm waiting to speak if there's any sort of entity that's up here that controls this
dimension.
Yeah, dimension. Anything that's essentially there has to be some sort of entity, some sort of sentient entity that deciphers that I am good and he has done bad.
Okay. Galdric, there's no person here doing this. It's me, and it's Tyr, and it's Bahamut. It's what we made the heavens to be. Cronius is us. We did this.
So you're saying I can't speak to the manager?
You kind of are.
Okay. Well, you have two options then. Well, three options. I have an option for you.
Yes?
Ooh, that could work. Oh, but that's bad. Oh, that's so bad. It would be temporary, but it would be kind of worth it. That's ballsy. Okay, you've got three options, my friend. One,
yes.
You can accept your fate. Wither away to nothing. Leave the mess that you made. And, well, let's face it, have the heavens, the hells, the mortal realm, all of it gone because of your mistake. You can accept that and wither away to nothing. Two, you can find your conviction and save yourself. If you find goodness in your heart, right now you're just sitting there feeling sorry for yourself like some sort of little bitch. And I'd like to think that there's better than that in you. I think that if you decide that there's good in you again and there's conviction and you are willing to fight and die for the right thing again as you once did, I think Cronius might undo what it's done and let you try to atone the proper way instead of just withering away to nothing. Option 3. Name me your successor, and I will fix what you did wrong.
Roll persuasions. Roll plus charisma at advantage.
Oh wait, no, that needs a plus 10 on it, so that's 17.
Yeah.
The next one properly.
Oh my god! Okay. What the fuck?
Dude, some of the most clutch natty 20s tonight.
Are you fucking kidding me? You guys have made 2 massive requests from the gods. And I have set the DCs very high. Let me tell you, 17 didn't cut it. But a natural 20, a 30 total roll after requesting to be named Torm's successor as the ruler of all 7 heavens?
Oh my god.
And if he can see any sort of insight, he would understand that this is temporary.
Yeah.
And I would name a proper successor before I'm done, you know?
Well, I think that's just it, right?
We are literally becoming the gods.
I think that's just it. It's like this, it's exactly what Slump said, right? Like this is the measure for right now, and it's only acceptable because it's you guys with the right intentions.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think as you say that, Torm kind of looks up from his bowl of noodles. He says, Galdric, you read my mind. And with that, he vanishes.
What the fuck?
And whatever little glimmer was left in the seat, whatever last bit of good that existed as Tyr, the last sliver of goodness in his heart, the one piece that hadn't been corrupted by Jared, passes through the air into you, Galdric, as you become the supreme god of all 7 heavens.
Oh my god. Can't wait to hear his call with the fucking butler over this.
All you got was a stupid hammer.
Fuck you, man. This is bullshit. Say, Luke, can I be the 4King god? Come on. What the fuck, man? This is bullshit. Why can't I have one nice thing to my fucking self, you know? Great. Always gotta one-up me, huh? Fantastic. Fine, whatever.
Man. And I think we'll call it there, guys.
Holy shit, man.
What a moment.
Oh my god. Of all the things I was expecting to happen tonight, I was not expecting to get the weapon of a god and to have Galdric ascend to Lord of all 7 heavens. I did not have that on my bingo card. Didn't have that on there.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that is not how I expected things to go.
Holy shit.
It literally came to me at the very last second. I was like, wait, he mentioned not having a successor. They all talked about I was the only one that called that shit and was right. Let's go for it.
You know, so I had written down that he would mention that he didn't have a successor. And I figured, I first of all figured you'd all be there. And I figured someone would suggest Bahamut because he's, you know, super good. And, you know, your guys' closest relation, and he'd be cool with Bahamut because that kind of makes sense. There was a small part of me that thought that one of you guys might jump at it as kind of a joke. So I was going to make like an insanely high charisma roll for like, okay, if they want to become a god, sure. Fucking, you know, insanely high DC. And the fucking natty 20.
The 30 will hit it. Yeah, we'll do
The
it.
30, the natty 20 plus 10, the 30 roll on top of like a legitimate argument. Like if it had been just a big fucking kick W, well, make me god, then I don't think it would have happened. But it was a very genuine request. Like it was not even a request, it's a plan, right? Mm-hmm. With the natural 20. There was no choice.
I want to just throw this out there. Jared Kane is capital F fucked.
We are gonna smash that guy.
The god of the 7 heavens and the fucking scepter of the 4 moons.
Yeah,
He's gonna
exactly.
be having a bad time.
Yeah,
Not worried about it.
It's going to be the god of the 7 heavens, Bahamut the Platinum Dragon, and the Rod of the Four Moons of one of the most ancient gods of all time. I think Jared's in for a bad time.
We've done our preparatory work for this encounter.
Okay. Well then.
So real quick, I just want to before we wrap this up, little cherry on top.
Yeah.
Because I know we haven't really gone into it, but since now I am God of the Seven Realms,
yeah,
right? I'm up there with Torm.
Yeah.
Does that mean that Horse Bus now works for me?
Yeah, technically, I mean, he doesn't like work for you. He's but yes, he's the guy. He's the bus driver that drops off the souls at your station.
Yo, Horse Bus can see me now. Stupid Jake. Hey, we're gonna make you a god. It'll sacrifice a frog. Fuck you, bitch. Look at me, Jake.
Be proud.
Oh my goodness!
Can't wait to see where the fuck this leads next week.
Exactly.
Oh my god, so much happens in an episode. Like
I know.
You just can't tell.
Yeah. No, you guys burned through the seven heavens pretty fucking quick. That was really awesome. You guys saw all the seven heavens. You talked to all the people. You met Tyr. You met Moradin. Some good shit, man.
It was pretty. We covered a lot of lore, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that I really like about this campaign is that because we don't do a lot of combat time and we don't do a ton of dice rolls, we cover so much lore in every single episode.
Yeah, I mean, let's be fair. Sometimes that's not true. Sometimes Slump and I go off the fucking rails.
No, that's fair. That's true. Sometimes, yeah. Okay. Well, fucking awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Same time, same place next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
See you guys
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Bye, chat.